Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On-Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Well, a very good afternoon for you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a gorgeous afternoon here in Portland. It's the Stingers getting ready to take on the Beavers in the fourth and final game of this series. Stingers losing a heartbreaker yesterday, jumping out to a 7-0 lead after 6 1/2 innings of play, but the Beavers rallied and scored 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth for the win yesterday by a final score of 9-8. As Ben Reisinger's home run to center pulled the Beavers to within 1. And after J.J. Ferminiak's single and Freddie Guzman's sacrifice bunt, Ramon Vasquez lifted one over the fence in right field for the game winner as the Beavers retain a 1.5 game lead over Tacoma in the North Division, while Edmonton falls 7.5 games off the pace. The Stingers were mathematically eliminated from the race, at least, again, as far as the number crunching is concerned. They've been out for a long, long time after getting off to that great start this year at 11 wins and 2 losses. The Stingers right now 45 and 76 on the year, equaling their record of 31 games below 500. They have now lost 4 in a row and have now won just 9 games while losing 28 in games within the North Division. So the Stingers will try to right the ship today with a guy who's really struggled this year and was moved back today just to try to change things up a little bit for Steve Green, who comes in with a record of 5 wins and 14 losses. He has lost his last 7 games in which he has been involved in the decision. His last win coming on the 26th of June in Tucson against the Sidewinders. And for the Beavers today, it'll be a red-hot right-hander by the name of Justin Germano, who has won 6 and lost 4, and he has won his last 5 decisions. So the Stingers and the Beavers getting ready. Again, we had some technical difficulties yesterday. The sound quality wasn't good, but we fixed it, so we're going to replay for you our conversation with the manager of the Provo Angels, Tom Kochman, who stopped by yesterday to watch his son Casey play. And we'll have that conversation next on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Hey, this is Dale Shanzi from Totally Awesome Computers. And computers, it's very important that you get good service with it. So I was going to show you how pathetic Dell support is by calling them live on the air to give you a demonstration, but there's no way I've been able to get a hold of them in the time it takes to make this commercial. So let me just call a Totally Awesome computer store and show you how service is supposed to be done, where you have real people answer the phone. Check this out. This is a real call.
Totally Awesome Computers in Sandy. We can do anything for you. Love you. How may I help you?
Hi there. Hey, do you guys cover viruses under your warranty?
We sure do. We'll take care of that for you.
Really? What if I don't want to do anything and I don't want to download stuff? Can I just bring it to you and have you just take care of it for me?
I would love to do that for you.
What's that cost?
It's free. It's no charge. It's under warranty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Can you see the difference? At Totally Awesome Computers, we actually have service.
Last year was an unbelievable ride for fans of Utah football. 10 wins, an outright conference championship, a Liberty Bowl victory, Alex Smith becoming the nation's 15th-ranked quarterback, Ferris Warren setting a new team record for receptions, the awesome defense shutting out BYU, and on and on. But in case you think the Utes are satisfied, Urban Meyer and the team would like you to know one thing. You ain't seen nothing yet. This season, with home games against the likes of Texas A&M, North Carolina, Air Force, Colorado State, and BYU, Rice-Eccles Stadium will be the only place to be. So get your season tickets by calling 581-UTIX. That's 581-UTIX. Then get up here for a new season of Utah football because...
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the On-Deck Circle. Our guest is the manager of the Provo Angels. Tom Kochman is here. I guess, Tom, on a busman's holiday, a chance to, on an off day for the Provo Angels, get a chance to see your son play.
Well, it's one of the few days to get a chance to see him play. We had a 10-hour bus ride to Great Falls, so the schedule just hasn't worked out. We travel from Provo to Ogden, and when we're driving on I-15, I just sort of wave wave over to the stadium because that's the closest I get a chance to seeing him.
Of course, from the obvious that you get a chance to follow him every which way that you can. You talk to him on a regular basis. Now that he's pretty close to healthy again, he's starting to show exactly what he can do.
Well, it's been his thing the last 3 or 4 years, just staying on the field, and he's had a lot of freak stuff happen to him, and at some point, you know, the luck's got to change, and when he's been on the field, his numbers have been halfway decent, so just hopefully he just stays together for the rest of the year.
It's got to be difficult, though. You have your own ball club you have to worry about, and then trying to keep and pay attention to what Casey's done.
It's not easy, and anybody that says they know exactly what you're going through, they're guessing, because it's different. You got a different form of all my children down in Provo with 32, 35 new guys, and all trying to learn the game and learn how to travel, learning how to act and everything else. And then 30 miles away, you have your own son playing. And the weird part is on Salt Lake's off day, Casey came down and took batting practice down at our place, which was neat for the kids because they watched and they were seeing a kid that was half of our guys are older than him. So it was pretty neat, and it was just a chance to spend 6 hours with your kid, which was special for me.
First, from what you told me earlier, that you've stopped trying to follow him by way of the internet.
Yeah, I haven't had good luck the last 2 times. Listening to him on Tucson, the bat came out of his hand, and then I'm listening. I'd turn the game on as soon as our game would be over, and he'd dive for the ball, landed on his shoulder. So I said, oh, okay, no more internet games for me. We'll listen to Midland, or we'll listen, the Double-A club, or we'll listen to the Big League club. But I'm superstitious, and so I'll wait for his phone call after the game.
Well, I guess I have one less listener at this point, but we'll be back, talk a little bit about Tom's Ball Club after this on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Hi, I'm Bob.
And I'm Jim.
Listen, we noticed you got an old hot tub on your deck there.
What? Speak up, Kitty.
Well, we're with All Seasons Hot Tubs. I mean, we bought a hot tub from them.
Let me talk about it.
Okay, Jim.
You see, All Seasons has these new hot tubs with super filtration, crazy strong pressure that just throws you all over the tub, really psychedelic mood lighting, and this sound system that actually uses your hot tub as the speaker.
That's crazy, man. You can hear your music under the water.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, psychedelic. What? Get off my porch.
Yeah, I think we really reached him.
Yeah, me too. Let's go next door.
All right. At All Seasons, we've seen some pretty strange behavior from some of our customers. Maybe it's because of amazing features like customized mood lighting, massaging jets, and a sound system so clear you can hear it underwater. Right now, All Seasons is offering 0% financing for 12 months on all hot tubs. But don't delay. This special offer is only available in August. Call All Seasons today at 298-7665. That's 298-7665.
Chip here from Sky Satellite. Once again this year, DirecTV is the only place to get your ticket to every NFL game every Sunday. It's the NFL Sunday Ticket. And this year, Sky Satellite has a new game plan that is simply the best offer and one you're not going to be able to pass up. You already know you want the NFL Sunday Ticket. It's your passport to all the games. But what about the family and their favorite programs? Hey, that's no problem, because when you get the NFL Sunday Ticket from DirecTV, your family gets 4 free months of programming that includes everything. HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, Locals, and more. Over 200 channels free. Plus, Sky Satellites can install a DirecTV to every TV in your house free on up to 4 TVs. Or if you like, upgrade to TiVo for only $69 more. Pause live TV or record 2 shows at one time with TiVo. Call Sky Satellite in the next 20 minutes, and you can also receive our 24-hour priority installation by Utah's best installation team. Call 978-0022. That's 978-0022.
Welcome back to the On Deck Circle. Our guest is the manager of the Provo Angels, Tom Kochman. And Tom, first of all, congratulations on the first half championship. And you guys are off to a quick start here in the second half as well.
Yeah, very surprising, because the first half we were 20-18, and the only way you win a division when you're 20-18 is have your division. It's either mediocre or it's everybody's equal, and I don't know which one it is. But the second half, I really don't know what's going on, and we're going on the road to play Great Falls and Billings, and they're number 1 and number 2 in the league in pitching, and they're both like 8-0 and 7-1 at home in the second half. So I told the guys last night after the game, when they scored 15 runs and they scored 15 the night before, this is going to be your test. You're going to go play the big boys at their field and see. We'll see where you're at as a team, and that's what we're going to have to do. Get ready for the playoffs.
Of course, on your roster, you had a couple of guys. You still have one that had to do some fill-in work for Salt Lake through all those injuries, both at the major league level and at the AAA level back in May. One guy in particular has done a fantastic job for you is Mitch Arnold.
Yes, he has. In fact, when I got to Provo, I didn't know three-quarters of the guys' names and pages anyway. And he came in opening night or the second night throwing 92, 95 at 6'7" or whatever he is. And it's been a very pleasant surprise. First time in his 3 years in the organization, he's had success and good numbers. So if he isn't the all-star reliever in the league, then something's wrong.
Another guy who actually didn't spend a whole lot of time with you after spending about a week and a half with us earlier this year was Billy Boyer.
In fact, Billy just got sent back to us, so he'll get some playing time at short and second because Sean Rodriguez, our shortstop, he can play center field too, and he's a very good athlete. So Billy would be good. That'll help us out a lot because we didn't have. I sort of know how Mike feels a little bit. We didn't have one extra infielder. So if someone got hurt, we're going to have to play a catcher at third or something, and that's not good.
Finally, Tom, obviously in your job, it's both, as you mentioned earlier, an educational process on the field and off the field. Which may be more important and which is the most difficult to teach? How to play the game of baseball at the professional level or act as professionals and deal with the travel off the field?
They're both about the same. I mean, you sort of give them a list of 5 or 6 pages, anywhere from the dugout to the locker room, to the hotel, to the bus, to the press, to the media. And the best advice I ever got before I started managing 90 years ago, however long it's been, was assume they know nothing. That's been the best advice I ever got because every year you just start adding stuff to your list, and that way when some new kid comes in, you just give it to them and tell them to read it, ask them if they have any questions. So, but it's neat. It's neat. Like I said, it's a different form of all my children, except Susan Lucci isn't there.
Tom, appreciate your time, and good luck to you guys in the rest of the second half and in the postseason, and, of course, best of luck to Casey as well.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, Tom Kochman, manager of the Provo Angels, our guest, back with today's starting lineups after this on ESPN 1230.
This is Steve Brown. You know, your car's performance is not a luxury. It's a necessity. There's a reason for that. Our most valuable commodities ride in our cars, our significant other, our kids. And you want your car to perform when it needs to. It's no time for a transmission to fail when you're merging into freeway traffic, or you're ready to turn left in front of that vehicle at a stoplight. Your transmission has to work. And the place to make sure it works correctly is AMCO Transmissions. That's right, you know the name, AAMCO. You don't want to trust it to a beginner, and they're not. For 40 years, AMCO Transmissions has taken care of the nation's transmission needs. They've done it right 20 million times. And the time to take care of your transmission is now. Go in and get a free diagnostic checkup. Tell them I sent you. Go to any one of the 5 AMCO Transmissions along the Wasatch Front and find out what I know. They care, they're professionals, and they'll do it right. AMCO Transmissions.
Mortgage rates have gone up. Hi, this is Scott Borster with Alta Mortgage Group. Mortgage rates have increased recently, so at Alta Mortgage Group, we've created a new program which offers a rock-bottom fixed interest rate for up to 7 years that is flexible enough to allow you to pay a normal payment based on 10, 15, 20, or 30-year mortgage payments. Or just take a breather and just pay the interest rate. You choose. This program sometimes cuts your mortgage payment in half. These rates are so low you'll have to call 628-9400 for a quote. We can also correct inaccurate credit scores that are making you pay higher interest rates on your loans. This problem of inaccurate credit scores is costing consumers millions of dollars per year. Let us help you today. We can help you correct these credit problems. Call 628-9400. That's 628-9400. Or visit us on the web at altamortgagegroup.com. We are here to help you.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Time now for a look at the starting lineup brought to you by National Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area. National Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. For the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, leading off the second baseman, Jake Thrower. Batting second, the left fielder, Adam Riggs. Hitting third and playing first base, Casey Kochman. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Shane Halter. Hitting fifth and playing third base, Dallas McPherson. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Andres Galarraga. Hitting seventh, the center fielder, Brian Gordon. Batting eighth, the catcher, Will Nieves. And hitting ninth is the shortstop, Jack Sorensen. Pitching for the Stingers, right-hander, Steve Green. For the Beavers, leading off the center fielder, Freddie Guzman. Batting second, the right fielder, Kerry Robinson. Hitting third and playing left field, John Knott. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Xavier Nady. Hitting fifth, the catcher, Yamid Hod. Batting sixth and playing third base, Jose Nieves. Hitting seventh, the designated hitter, Jake Gautreau. Batting eighth is the shortstop, J.J. Vermaniak. And hitting ninth is the second baseman, Bernie Castro. Pitching for the Beavers today will be right-hander Justin Germano. It's the Stingers and the Beavers wrapping up a 4-game series here in Portland. We'll be back with today's first pitch right after this timeout. You've been in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Stocks and fakes, roll the crowd down the hood.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230.
Play a buck for the left field.
Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting Station. This has been the On Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Next time you're outside, take a look skyward, and you'll notice one big change on the skyline. Dishes are coming down, dropping like flies. Now you can get Comcast digital cable as low as $34.95 a month. Only $34.95. So call Comcast at 1-800-262-9072 to sign up today for hundreds of cable and local favorites. And while you're there, ask how to get your rate guarantee for up to 2 years. Plus, keep your eye out for video on demand, where you can watch what you want, when you want, with video on demand. Stuff you'll never find on a dish. So set your sights on Comcast. Call 1-800-262-9072. That's 1-800-262-9072 to dump your dish and get TV on your terms with Comcast digital cable. As low as $34.95 a month. Because the dish is coming down.
Monthly price of package depends on level of service. Certain restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Call for complete details. Available to new customers.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Well, once again, a very good afternoon to you, and welcome to our Monday matinee. The Stingers taking on the Portland Beavers to wrap up this 4-game series. Stingers trying to avoid being swept in a 4-game series for the 5th time this year, as they've lost the first 3, including yesterday's heartbreaking 9-8 loss, in which they led the ball game going into the bottom of the 6th by a score of 7-0. They led 8-6 going to the bottom of the 9th before the Beavers scored 3. The last 2 on Ramon Vasquez, game-winning home run. Before we get our Monday afternoon game underway, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem. national anthem prior to the start of today's game between the Stingers and the Beavers here in Portland, where the Beavers have won the first 3 games, and they have won 12 of the 15 games between the two teams so far this year. The Beavers have taken the field for this afternoon's contest, so let's take a run to their positions defensively. Courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with the beautiful cover. Or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. John Knott is in left field. Freddie Guzman in center. And Kerry Robinson is in right. Jose Nieves at third. J.J. Fermaniak at short. Bernie Castro at second base. And Xavier Nades is at first base. A battery of Justin Germano pitching and Yamid Haad catching. For Germano, this will be his 16th start for the Beavers in 92 innings. He's given up just 95 hits, 41 runs, 39 of them earned. He has struck out 72 while walking just 21. He's hit 4 batters, thrown 3 wild pitches, 2 complete game shutouts, and a record of 6-4 with a 3.82 earned run average. PCL batting just .265 against the 6'2", 190-pound right-hander from Pasadena, California, Justin Germano. Germano making his 3rd start of the year against Salt Lake. He is 1-0. Leading things off for the Stingers will be a former Beaver, second baseman Jake Thrower, batting .289, 25 doubles, 2 triples, 3 homers, 49 runs batted in. Jake is 4 for 8 in the series, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is on the air for a Monday afternoon from Portland. Bright, sunshiny day. Both teams wearing red tops. Beavers with the black lettering and numerals trimmed in gold. Stingers in just their white numbers and letters. First pitch of the ball game is a fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-1 and we're underway. Just a 2-man umpiring crew today. Ryan West is behind the plate, and Mike McClinsky's on the bases. Now the pitch on the way, a fastball inside at the belt. The count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake Thrower, as we mentioned, 4 for 8 in this series with a couple of doubles and a run batted in. Now Germano's pitch inside at the knees for a ball, and it's 2-1. And Germano 5-0 with an earned run average of under 2 over his last 6 starts. 1.84 is ERA during that stretch. He's allowed only 1 home run in those 5 wins, and that one was by the Stingers, Brian Gordon in Salt Lake City. 2-1 pitch on the way, and Thrower lines one to the left center field. Guzman on the run, reaches out and makes the bell the cap high catch for out number 1. Boy, Thrower stroked that ball well to left center field, but Guzman got a great jump on that ball and ran it down to record the first out of the ball game. That'll bring up left fielder Adam Riggs. Riggs on a tear right now with an 11-game hitting streak, batting .328, 30 doubles, 8 triples, 23 homers, 75 runs batted in. During the hitting streak, he has 23 hits. There's a pitch driven into center field. Guzman going back, still going back. It's up there, and it is gone. A home run just to the left of the batter's eye in center field for Adam Riggs, who continues to tear up PCL pitching, and it's 1-0 Salt Lake. Riggs tying his career record of 24 home runs in a season, a mark that he set back in 1995 at Class A San Bernardino. His 24th home run and his 76th run batted in. That's his 5th home run in this series here in Portland. Now here's Casey Kotzman, the first baseman. Eye for a ball with his 12-game hitting streak now for Riggs. He has hit 7 home runs, and he has driven in 19. The 1-0 pitch on the way, swung on. That's lifted in the air towards left, but not in front of the track by about 20 feet. Makes the catch for out number 2. So Kotzman's retired, 2 down. That'll bring up the right fielder, Shane Halter. Halter batting .289. 3 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, and 11 runs batted in. So 2 outs, bases empty, 1 in for the Stingers here in the first. The pitch. Fastball struck on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Stingers leading 1-0. On the solo homer by Adam Riggs as Germano deals a breaking ball just a little bit outside. Evens the counter, 1 ball, 1 strike. Adam Riggs. Tell you about in a moment. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner at the belt, 1-2. That home run gives him, or extends his lead, I should say, in the league. There's a swing and a bouncing ball, steered by Nieves going to his left, and that retires the side. So Halter retired, robbed of a hit by Jose Nieves. We'll give you more on Riggs later on. 1 run, 1 hit. Nobody left on base, and after 1/2 inning of play, it's the Stingers 1, and Portland's coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
After a 10-win season, a Liberty Bowl shutout at Southern Miss, and a top 25 ranking, you may think the University of Utah football team is satisfied. Well, Urban Meyer and the boys want to let you in on a little secret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet. So call 581-UTIPS for your season tickets, because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Next time you're outside, take a look skyward, and you'll notice one big change on the skyline. Dishes are coming down, dropping like flies. Now you can get Comcast digital cable as low as $34.95 a month. Only $34.95. So call Comcast at 1-800-262-9072 to sign up today for hundreds of cable and local favorites. And while you're there, ask how to get your rate guarantee for up to 2 years. Plus, keep your eye out for video on demand, where you can watch what you want, when you want, with video on demand. Stuff you'll never find on a dish. So set your sights on Comcast. Call 1-800-262-9072. That's 1-800-262-9072 to dump your dish and get TV on your terms with Comcast digital cable. As low as $34.95 a month, because the dish is coming down.
Monthly price of package depends on level of service. Certain restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Call for complete details. Available.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Well, we go to the bottom of the first inning. It's a 1-0 ball game in favor of the Stingers. Defensively, let's check their alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Adam Riggs in left, Brian Gordon in center, Shane Halter in right. Dallas McPherson at third, Zach Sorensen at short, Jake Thrower at second, and Casey Kotzman at first. A battery of Steve Green pitching and Will Nieves catching. For Steve, this will be his 25th start of the year. In 109 1/3 innings, he surrendered 153 hits. 110 runs, of which 100 have been earned. He has struck out 74 and walked 73. Hit 4 batters, thrown 7 wild pitches, and surrendered 11 home runs. Green is 5-14 with an 8.23 earned run average, and the PCL is batting .338 against right-hander Steve Green, who has struggled mightily over the last couple of months. He is 0-7 in his last 8 starts. Leading things off, the speedy center fielder of the Beavers, Freddie Guzman, batting .293, 11 doubles, 4 triples, 1 homer, 19 runs batted in. He's 4 out of 11 in this series. First pitch on the way, a fastball from Green in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Green, 6'2", 200 pounds, in his 7th professional season out of Montreal. The 0-1. Swung on, lifted foul. Third base side onto the roof, and the count's 0-2. One key to success against Portland, keep this man off base. He has stolen 6 bases in this series, and he leads the league with 48. He's only been thrown out 5 times. There's a pitch, popped up, center field. Coming in, Brian Gordon, jogging in, now slowing down, waiting and putting it away for the first out. So Guzman retired, and there's 1 away here in the first. Brings up Kerry Robinson, the right fielder, another speedster, batting .277, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, and 14 runs batted in. Robinson 2 for 6 in this series with an RBI. Another guy you want to keep off the base paths. He's 22 out of 23 in the stolen base department. Angels off today, the Stingers' parent club. It's a limited schedule in the major leagues today. First pitch on the way. Robinson chops one on 2 hops to third. McPherson to his left, flags it down, and throws him out. So it's 2 up, 2 down here in the Portland first. That'll bring up John Knott, the left fielder, batting .287, 19 doubles, 2 triples, 18 homers, 69 runs batted in. Angels begin a series at Tampa Bay tomorrow, a 6-game road trip, 3 at St. Petersburg against the Devil Rays, and then 3 games against the Yankees in New York. First pitch to Knott on the way. That's lifted in the air towards right. Coming on, Shane Halter is there, and he'll make the cap-high catch to retire the side. Steve Green sets the Beavers down in order on just 5 pitches, and at the end of 1. It's the Stingers 1 and Portland nothing on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Last year was an unbelievable ride for fans of Utah football. 10 wins, an outright conference championship, a Liberty Bowl victory, Alex Smith becoming the nation's 15th ranked quarterback, Harris Warren setting a new team record for receptions, the awesome defense shutting out BYU, and on and on. But in case you think the Utes are satisfied, Urban Meyer and the team would like you to know one thing. You ain't seen nothing yet. This season, with home games against the likes of Texas A&M, North Carolina, Air Force, Colorado State, and BYU, Rice-Eccles Stadium will be the only place to be. So get your season tickets by calling 581-UTIX. That's 581-UTIX. Then get up here for a new season of Utah football because...
We move along to the second. 1-0 the score in favor of the Stingers. It'll be Dallas McPherson, Andres Galarraga, and Brian Gordon. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up in the Stingers batting order to face right-hander Justin Germano. McPherson will lead things off, batting .298. 12 doubles, 5 triples, 14 homers, 37 runs batted in. He's 5 for 12 in this series, having hit safely in his last 6 ball games. A hitting streak, 1 shy of his season best at the AAA level. He had a 7-gamer back at the end of July and the start of this month. A line by Germano. The first pitch to Dallas is a little bit outside at the belt. Ball 1. Combining AA and AAA, McPherson now with 34 home runs and 106 RBI. The 1-0 pitch cut at and missed. A high fastball, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some youngsters in the background pounding those hideous thunder sticks. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on McPherson. The pitch. Fastball inside at the belt. 2-1 the count on the left-hand batter. Dallas, a second-round pick in 2001 out of the Citadel. 2-1 offering, and McPherson takes a breaking ball inside at the knees. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Germano went 6 innings against the Stingers and gave up just 4 hits. 2 runs, 1 of them earned on May the 6th. Was not involved in the decision that day. 3-1 pitch, cut out and missed. A curveball for a strike, 3-2. Germano went 8 innings his last time out against Salt Lake on July 25th at Franklin Covey Field and got the win, giving up just 2 runs on 5 hits in 8 innings. Now the 1, the 3-2 payoff pitch is waved at and missed. He struck him out on a changeup, just a 70-mile-per-hour pitch. First strikeout for Germano, and there's 1 down here in the second. Now here's Andres Galarraga, who has struggled here in Portland, dropping his average overall since joining the Stingers to .263, 1 double, 1 homer, 7 runs batted in. He's hitless in 10 plate appearances here in Portland. Justin Germano's last outing, a no decision at Oklahoma on August the 11th, giving up 1 run on 5 hits in 6 2/3 innings with 6 strikeouts. First pitch to the Big Cat is cut out and missed. A strike, and it's 0-1. Germano with a fastball in the upper 80s. That one at 87. A curveball at change. Mixes his speed well, has good control. The pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees. 0-2. Started the year at AA. Also made 3 starts for the Padres. winning one and losing one with a 6.59 earned run average. His win coming at Philadelphia on May 22nd as the pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-2. He was beaten by the Rockies at Petco Park, giving up 6 earned runs in just 2 2/3 innings. Breaking ball, strike 3 call to the inside corner at the knees. Galarraga caught looking, and there's 2 down here in the second. Brings up Brian Gore to the center field, who homered off of Germano in Salt Lake. Brian batting .265, 22 doubles, 3 triples, 19 homers, 61 runs batted in. Overall, he's 4 for 11 in this series. Germano was 2-1 in 5 starts earlier this year for Double-A Mobile. First pitch to Brian on the way, grounded foul past the first base dugout, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And to win his 6th straight. He last lost on the 7th of July here against Portland. No balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup. Brian out in front of it. The count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Gordon has struck out 117 times this year, tying for the 5th most in a single season by a Salt Lake player. There's a breaking ball low, 1-2 the count. Ryan with 2 of his 4 hits in this series having been home runs, including an inside the park home run in the first game on Friday. 0-2 delivery. Curveball, strike 3 called on the inside corner just under the belt, and Germano strikes out the side in order in the second. And after an inning and a half, it remains Stingers 1 and Portland nothing on ESPN 1230.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Fastenal is at it again. Fastenal has expanded their product line, and they want to show it off with an open house this Tuesday at 1958 North Main, Unit 1 in Spanish Fork. Factory reps will be on hand to answer your toughest questions. If you're in the market for fasteners, welding, cutting, tools, electrical, paints, chemicals, and much more, this is the place to be. Fastenal is the fastest growing full-line industrial distributor and the largest fastener distributor in North America, with more than 1,400 stores worldwide. If you need it, Fastenal has it. If you haven't been to a Fastenal open house, you don't know what you're missing. This Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Lunch is on us, and they'll have lots of free stuff to give away. Fastenal open house celebration this Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 1958 North Main, Unit 1 in Spanish Fork. You don't want to miss this one.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 in favor of the Stingers. It'll be Xavier Nady, Amit Hahn, and Jose Nieves, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters who are up for the Beavers here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Salt Lake. Time now for an update on what happened in this date in baseball history. Brought to you by Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Just 20 minutes from the ballpark. Visit Stedman's, where you deal with the owner, not a salesman. Xavier Nady to lead things off for the Beavers, batting .324. 17 doubles, 13 homers, 44 runs batted in. He's homered in each of the 3 games of this series, as he's gone 7 for 12, and he's driven in 9 runs. So Xavier Nady to start things off. 1-0 Stingers here in the bottom of the second. Outfield playing Nady around towards right. It was on this date in 1999. Cincinnati pitcher Juan Guzman had to leave and start in Pittsburgh after 7 innings because his shoes were too small. Tell you about that after the first pitch to Nady. Swung on, driven foul, slicing out of play down the right field side for strike 1. After being traded to the Reds from Baltimore, he had only his size 10.5 orange and black Oriole shoes. So Puma sent him a size 9.5 in red, which he wore that day until blisters developed. Although he did last 7 innings. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, driven into right field. Halter going back, still going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. An opposite field line drive home run for Xavier Nady into the bullpen and right. And the game is tied at 1-1. Nady with a home run in all 4 games of this series. And that is his 10th run batted in the 4 games played between the Stingers and the Portland this weekend. So a 1-1 ball game, and the batter will be the catcher, Yamid Hahn, batting .293, 15 doubles, 8 homers, 30 runs batted in. That is the 12th home run surrendered by Steve Green this year. So now Hahn's the batter, 2 for 4 yesterday in his first game in this series. Green pours in a fastball outside corner knee high for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the pitch. Breaking ball bounces in, backhanded by the catcher Nieves, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Xavier Nady with the game-tying home run here in the second. The pitch. Broken bat looper by second base. Fielded on the hop by thrower. He'll sidearm it over to first in plenty of time for the out. As the barrel of the bat ends up near the third baseman, McPherson. So 1 down. That'll bring up Jose Nieves, the third baseman, batting .276, 19 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers, and 31 runs batted in. So 1 out, nobody on, and 1 in. On this date in 1996, San Diego outfielder Steve Finley homered in the Padres game against the Mets being played in Monterrey, Mexico, as Green delivers a fastball knee-high over the heart of the plate for a strike, 0-1, making him the first Major League player to have homered in 3 different countries, having previously hit home runs in the United States and Canada. 0-1 pitch is drilled into left center field, a base hit. Played on the hop by Brian Gordon out there to hold Nieves to a single. Hit number 2 in the ball game now for the Beavers, and that'll bring up Jake Gautreau, the designated hitter. Gautreau batting .309, 7 doubles, 4 homers, and 22 runs batted in, 0 for 4 yesterday. So the go-ahead run is on at first with 1 out. Stingers 1, Portland 1. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Now Green ready. The first pitch to Gautreau. Swung on and lifted foul. Third base side out of play for strike 1. On this date in 1989, 26-year-old left-hander Tom Dries throws his 3rd no-hitter of the season for the old Vancouver Canadians of the PCL in beating Las Vegas 5-0 in the 7th inning opener of a doubleheader. He'd had back-to-back no-hitters against Calgary and Edmonton in late May of that year. The 0-1 pitch on the way, and Gautreau takes a fastball outside at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On this date in 1987, the wind was blowing out as the Mets beat the Cubs at Wrigley Field 23-10. There's a toss to first. The runner is back. On this date in 1986, Dale Holman of the Richmond Braves of the International League becomes the first professional player ever to play for 2 teams in 1 game. The game was suspended because of rain on June 16th when he was in the lineup for Syracuse, and by the time the game was completed today, he had been traded to Richmond. There's a toss to first, and back in standing up again is Nieves. 1 ball, 1 strike on the left-hand hitting Jake Gautreau. Al Green ready, the pitch. Breaking ball, grounded foul past the first base dugout, and the count to Gautreau, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stingers 1, Portland 1. Salt Lake back at home at Franklin Covey Field tomorrow night to begin the final ever series between the Stingers and the Edmonton Trappers. At Franklin Covey, as the Trappers next year will be the Round Rock Express. 1-2 the count. The toss to first, close, but the right hand of Jose Nieves in ahead of the tag of Casey Kotzman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-1 game. The infield a double play depth for the Stingers. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 call to the inside corner above the knees. Strikeout number 1 for Steve. So 1 away here in the second. That'll bring up the shortstop, J.J. Fermaniak, batting .279. 20 doubles, 4 triples, 16 homers, 61 runs batted in. Bermaniak, 5 hits and 11 at-bats in this series. So runner at first, 2 outs now for Portland here in the bottom of the second. On this date in 1954, in a throwing contest between Jimmy Pearsall and Willie Mays before a Red Sox-Giants charity game in Boston, Pearsall hurts his arm. He starts the game, but leaves midway. And never could throw as well again after that. Showing bunt this time is for Maniac, and he takes a fastball outside above the knees, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield swung around towards right for Maniac as Green delivers the 1-0. There goes the runner. The pitch is looped into right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Played on the hop by Halter. On his way to third is Jose Nieves, and the Beavers have runners at the corners with 2 out. Well executed hit and run there as Nieves was on the move with the pitch. Easily gets to go to third base, and that ball almost took a bounce off the carpet over the head of Shane Halter, who had to leap at the last moment to keep that one from getting by him. Here's Bernie Castro, the second baseman, batting .245, 7 doubles, a triple, no homers, and 18 runs batted in. He's 0 for 5 in this series. One other note on this date in baseball history. On this date in 1951, old Popeye Don Zimmer gets married at home plate before his game at Elmira, New York. Don and Gene are still married. The pitch on the way. Swung on and slapped foul in between the coach's box and the bag at third for strike 1. Don Zimmer today celebrating his 53rd wedding anniversary. 1-1 the score. Stingers and Beavers. Portland with runners at first and third. 2 out. Green ready. The 1-strike pitch to Castro. Sails high and outside to the left-hand batter. And the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Castro last year set a record with 30 hits in the season series against Salt Lake. That's a record by a single Salt Lake opponent. 1-1 pitch, a fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 30 hits and 72 at bats. Castro hit .417 against Salt Lake pitching a year ago. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Castro as Green kicks and deals. Fastball up and in, leans Castro back out of the way, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outfield shaded towards left for Castro. He choked up on that bat handle about an inch or so. The 2-2 from Green. Lifted in the air towards left field, and Adam Riggs cannot make the catch. He trapped the ball. In to score is Nieves. Bermaniak stops at second on an RBI single by Bernie Castro, and it's 2-1 Portland. Had to wait just a moment. Very difficult with the bright sunshine to be able to see the ball against the AstroTurf, but Riggs unable to make the grab. Now runners at first and second, 2 out. 2 runs across as the Beavers have the lead now. And the batter will be Freddie Guzman, who flied out to Gordon in center field his first time up. 4 hits in the inning for the Beavers. Green ready, the pitch. Swung on and sliced foul out of play down the left field side for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So Castro out of the number 9 position, able to put the Beavers ahead. Now the right-hander ready, the 0-1. Inside at the knees, 1-1 the count on Guzman. Switch hitter batting for the left side against the right-hander Green. Now Steve looks in, getting the sign from his catcher Nieves. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Green's pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-2. Then here in Portland, it's 317 down the left field line, 320 down the right field line, and 405 to straightaway center field. Steve Green trying to avoid his 8th straight loss, which would be his 15th loss of the year, which would equal the franchise record of losses in a season set in 1997 by current Oakland A's pitcher Mark Redmond. 1-2 the count on Guzman. Now Green nods in agreement with the catcher Nieves on the sign. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 called as that one looked like it was about 6 inches inside. But home plate umpire Ryan West brings up Guzman to retire the sign. But the Beavers take the lead with 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on the base paths. At the end of 2, Portland 2, Salt Lake 1 on ESPN 1230.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336. Right here in Layton.
Stand by for an important announcement. Due to cooler than forecasted temperatures in June and July, Holmes Heating and Cooling Warehouse is full of central air systems and must be immediately cleared. We anticipated temperatures like 2003. With the roller coaster temperatures this past month, our warehouse is full and we need to make space, declared a Holmes spokesman. Holmes Heating and Cooling will drastically reduce the price on all high-efficient Bryant central air systems. Bryant features the environmentally safe Huron. Bryant, doing whatever it takes, have been the industry leaders when it comes to keeping you cool and comfortable. August promises to be a very hot month. Don't wait. Low prices, no payments, and no interest for 12 months makes now the best time ever to get a Bryant Central Air System. Call Holmes Heating and Cooling for a quote. Toll free, 1-800-968-4151. Write this number down, 1-800-968-4151.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We move along to the third. Justin Germano now with a 2-1 lead as the Beavers score 2 in the bottom of the second to take the advantage. It'll be Will Nieves, Jack Sorensen, Jake Thrower 2 up to face right-hander Justin Germano. The third inning, as always, brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. The best place to improve your short game is the Jordan River Par 3. You can play for just $6 a 9-hole round. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. Here's Will Nieves, former Portland Beaver, the catcher, batting .284, 18 doubles, 7 triples, 9 homers, 46 runs batted in. Will 1 for 9 with 1 run batted in this series. First pitch swinging, he lifts one foul out of play down the right field side for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. It's also time to find out what else is happening today and tonight under the lights on the PCL in Major League Baseball, brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. There's only one other day game today in the Pacific Coast League. The 0-1 pitch to Will, and it's inside the letters, a ball, 1-1. After 6 innings at Omaha, the Royals lead Colorado Springs 3-0. Everything else is tonight. 1-1 pitch, curveball waved at and missed a strike, and it's 1-2. Oklahoma's at New Orleans as Kern's knuckleballer Jared Fernandez gets the start for the Zephyrs. The 1-2 pitch on the way, swinging a ground ball foul up the third base side, still 1-2. Albuquerque is at Iowa. Fresno hosts Tucson. Las Vegas is at Sacramento, and Edmonton visits Tacoma. Last night, Tucson beat Fresno 6-4. Iowa in 12 beat Albuquerque 2-1. Memphis trounced Nashville 11-2. New Orleans doubled up Oklahoma 4-2. Omaha topped Colorado Springs 5-3. 1-2 pitch. Nieves takes a breaking ball low, and the count's 2-2. It was Las Vegas 6, Sacramento 3, and Tacoma edged Edmonton 4-3. Major leagues, everything is under the lights tonight. Just 3 games in the American League. The 2-2 to Will, swinging a chopper off the glove of the pitcher. Germano deflects to the second baseman. Castro can't make the bare hand pickup. And so Nieves, hustling down the line, gets an infield single. As Germano deflected that ball with his glove, trying to get it. That is the second hit of the ball game for the Stingers. That'll bring up Zach Sorensen, the shortstop, batting .307. 13 doubles, 3 triples, 1 homer, 23 runs batted in for Zach. Hitless unaided bat so far here at PGE Park in the series. American League tonight, Oakland is at Baltimore. The former Buzzman Mark Redmond going for the A's. Toronto at Boston, and Texas host Cleveland. Former Stinger Mickey Callaway gets the start for the Rangers. Bunting is Sorensen third base side. The Avis charges, makes the bare hand pickup and throw just in time for the out. The Avis goes to second on the play. 5-3 on the put out of the sacrifice by Sorensen, and there's one down here in the third. Top of the order now, and Jake Thrower. Thrower lined hard to the center fielder Guzman in left center, his first time up. And the A's in first in the American League West by just a half game over both Texas and Anaheim. Texas, Anaheim, and Boston tied for the American League wild card lead. 5 games on tap tonight in the National League. Now Germano ready, and the first pitch to Jake. Slow curve, and at the knees for a strike. 0-1. That was so slow it didn't register a speed on the radar here. No balls and 1 strike. Needed a sundial to time that pitch. The 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball, chopped past the mound. The second baseman Castro charging, gloving, and flipping to first for the out. On the play, Nieves goes to third. So 2 down, and it's up to the red-hot Adam Riggs for the Stingers to cash in as they have the tying run at third with 2 out. Riggs with a solo homer to center field his first time up. Cincinnati is at St. Louis tonight. Arizona hosts Pittsburgh. Atlanta visits San Diego. The Dodgers host the Marlins, and Montreal is at San Francisco. The infield back. The pitch. A little bit outside at the knees. Ball 1. The Riggs with 7 hits in this series. He now has 24 hits in his last 47 at bats. Off-speed pitch, waved at and missed. To strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riggs now with a 12-game hitting streak, 3 shy of his season best, a 15-gamer, which is also the longest by a Stinger this season. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Germano's pitch. Curveball, that's lifted in the air towards center, but Freddie Guzman is there for it, waiting for it to come down. It does, and he makes the catch. He'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base, and after 2.5, it's Portland 2 and the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
Two of the fastest growing crimes in Utah are fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely at Certified Shred. With Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with their state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck, or you can let their secured personnel do it off-site. To contact the bonded and insured professionals at Certified Shred, call 972-4748. They've been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know what they're doing. Certified Shred, 972-4748.
On the red tree, you can judge a book by its cover. Why don't you check every page? They got what you need. You can judge a book by its cover.
When are Yellow Pages more than just Yellow Pages? When they're filled with money-saving coupons, menus to local restaurants, useful tips to help you plan weddings, recreation guides for skiing, scuba diving, golf, and just about everything else that's fun to do. Where do you find all of this? In any of the beautiful books, or should I say area information guides, published by Phone Directories Company. You know, the books with the beautiful covers. Now, the latest editions have just been delivered, so use those coupons in the back of the book. You'll save money. And if you're a business owner, there's no better way to attract new customers and do it affordably. And if you've never advertised with us before, give us a call at 800-443-0801 and ask about our special offers. That's 800-443-0801. Remember, you can judge a book by its cover.
We move along to the bottom of the third inning, 2-1 in favor of Portland. Once again, the third inning brought to you by the Jordan River Par 3. For tee times, call 533-4527 or go online at slc-golf.com. Gary Robinson, John Knott, and Xavier Nady, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, 2 up for the Portland batting order. To face right-hander Steve Green. Robinson bounced out to the third baseman Dallas McPherson his first time up. And it's been a real struggle for Steve Green this year. His last start, he went 5 innings against Iowa at Franklin Covey Field on the 10th. Gave up 9 runs in those 5 innings on 15 hits with 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. First pitch on the way. Robinson takes low and outside. Ball 1 to the left-hand batter. St. Louis area native. Awaits the 1-0. Fastball chopped to the left side. Charging the shortstop Sorensen. Grabs it on the second hop. Throws high, but it's pulled in by Kochman for the out. So Robinson retired, and there's 1 away here in the Portland third. Brings up John Knott, who flied out to right field his first time up. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by the Taco Maker. Burrito babies are the hottest item at Taco Maker. 3 crisp bean burrito babies, lightly fried in a half corn, half flour tortilla, filled with homemade beans and cheese for only $1.89. And you can dip your burrito babies in your favorite hot sauce or sour cream at your favorite Taco Maker today. Knott takes a strike, 0-1. Taco Maker donates $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this year. They have turned 114 double plays for a total donation of $570 as Green slices the outside corner at the knees with a fastball. The count's 0-2 on Knott, who appeared in 9 games earlier this year for San Diego. Went 3 for 14, 2 of his 3 hits doubles. 0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball bounces in, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Olympic baseball going on. And while the United States does not have a team, a lot of familiar names and faces from the PCL participating around the Olympic competition. 1-2 pitch is lifted foul, right side. Canada has won its first 2 games, shutting out Taipei yesterday 7-0. Former Stinger Jeff Kyle going 2 for 4 with a double, and former Buzz outfielder Ryan Radmanovich going 1 for 4. Chin Feng Chen of Las Vegas went 1 for 4 with a double for Taipei. 1-2 pitch on the way is crushed to right center field. Gordon going back, still going back. It's off the top of the wall. Alter plays the carom, but into second base is not with a 1-out double. Ryan Gordon gave chase, couldn't get there, but the ball missed by about a foot from leaving the yard. It'll go as a double for Knott, his 20th of the year, and the Beavers are in business with a runner at second base and only 1 out. And that'll bring up Xavier Nady, who homered to the opposite field and right his first time up as the catcher Nieves goes out to have a quick word with Green. Today, Canada defeated Italy 9-3. Both Radmanovich and Guile went 1 for 4. Former Stinger pitcher from earlier this season, Eric Sear, worked a scoreless inning for Canada. Yesterday, Netherlands defeated Greece 11-0. Former Stinger Clay Bellinger going 0 for 4 for the Greeks. Nick Theodoro of Las Vegas going 0 for 2 with a pair of walks for Greece. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball low and outside to the right-hand batter. Ball 1. Former Tacoma Rainier and Portland Beaver Eugene Kingsale went 3 for 5 yesterday for the Netherlands with a run batted in. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball outside at the knees. 2-0 the count. Taipei defeated Australia today 3-0, and again, Las Vegas' Chin Feng Chen went 1 for 4. Japan knocked off the Netherlands today, 8-3. There's a pitch outside at the knees, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Kingsale going 2 for 4 with a run batted in. Another former PCL player with Nashville, Ivan Coffey, also I think played for Iowa, went 0 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in. 3-0 pitch on the way, and it's a breaking ball low and outside, ball 4. That's the first walk issued by Steve, and now the Portland Beavers have runners at first and second with 1 out for Yamid Haad, who grounded out the second baseman thrower his first time up. Another former Stinger playing for the Netherlands, E.J. Itune, went 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. See what else happened today. Cuba just squeaked by Greece 5-4. See how Bellinger did today. He was playing shortstop today for the Greeks. 2 on, 1 out the pitch. Low and outside. A breaking ball to Hod. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 5-4 the final score. Clay Bellinger 0 for 2 with a pair of walks and 2 runs scored. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball outside at the knees. 2-0. A former Albuquerque Duke. Chris Demetrol went 0 for 3 with a walk for the Greek team. Nick Theodoro of Las Vegas went 1 for 2 with a run batted in. Not sure where the bloodlines for Bellinger come up Greek. As someone said, maybe he had a gyros and some baklava somewhere, so that qualified him. 2 balls, no strikes the count on Hod, with Knott at second, Nady at first, 1 out. 2-1 Portland, but they're looking to add to their lead right here. Green struggling with a strike zone now. Here's the 2-0. Fastball, broken bat looper into left center field. It's going to land on the carpet for a base hit. They're going to wave not around. Here comes Gordon to throw to the plate, and it's not in time. Cut off by the first baseman, Kotzman. It's an RBI single for Hod, and it's now 3-1 Portland. Hod driving in his 31st run. The Avis a little hopped at home plate. He thought maybe if that ball goes through, they have a chance to get Knott. The runners at first and second base. 1 out, and Jose Nieves the batter. He singled and scored last inning. So now here's Nieves. Some familiar names in the Australian lineup as they were shut out today by Taipei 3-0. Former big leaguer with the Brewers, Dave Nilsson, went 2 for 4. Couple of pitchers, Jeff Williams, Bill Stockman, former PCL pitchers. Saw action today. Pitched low and outside a ball, 1-0. Former Stinger Trent Durrington would have played for Australia, but just a couple of weeks before the games, he was called up to Milwaukee. 1 ball, no strikes. Green ready, the pitch. Going on, chop to the right side. Thrower's got it, shovels to second for 1. Sorensen's relay high, and it pulls Kotzman off the bag. So instead of the inning-ending double play, it's runners at the corners and 2 out. Zach's throw a little bit high, and Kotzman had to come off the bag to get it. So now, instead of the inning being over, runners are at first and third, 2 out for Jake Gautreau. Called out on strikes. His first time at bat. So throughout the weeks of the baseball tournament, not so much the scores would be of interest, but how some of the former Buzz and Stinger players are doing, as well as some of the other former PCL players. Competition done for today. They'll play every day until they'll have an off day on the 19th, then an off day on the 23rd. The 2 on, 2 out, 1 in for Portland here in the third inning. As they lead it 3-1. The pitch drilled through the middle into center field, a base hit. Nady will walk in from third. Nieves is going to third. Here's the throw, offline and not in time. It's an RBI single for Gautreau, and it's now 4-1 Portland. As the Stingers' inability to turn the double play when they had the opportunity has led to at least 1 extra run for the Beavers. So Gautreau drives in his 23rd run of the year, his second against Salt Lake, and that'll bring up J.J. Permaniak. Single to right field his first time up. That is the 7th hit of the ball game for Portland. As they now lead it 4-1. Now the pitch to Permaniak. Curve ball into the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, Nieves, sliding across to his right for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Stingers took a 1-0 lead in the first on the home run by Adam Rigg, but Portland with 2 in the second and 2 so far here in the third. Now Green ready. The pitch. Breaking ball. That's grounded toward third. Backhanded on a nice short hop by McPherson. The throw across untargeted in time to retire the side. The Beavers had 2 more runs to their lead on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left. After 3, it's Portland 4, the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
Connected Wireless is growing to better serve you with their new Provo Town Center store. Connected Wireless doesn't just sell one-of-a-kind wireless services like most wireless companies. Connected Wireless is your one-stop wireless source. They'll fix you up with the right plan and the right service from Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Plus, Connected Wireless has all the latest and hard-to-find accessories. Connected Wireless will beat any deal, even internet deals. Call 205-FREE or look in the Yellow Pages to find one of 7 Connected Wireless locations. Get connected, stay connected with Connected Wireless.
Hi, what can I do for you today?
I came to say goodbye.
Goodbye?
I'm thinking of seeing another Chevy dealership.
Oh.
I've always been happy here at Gus Paula's.
Did we do something wrong?
No, of course not. It's just that, well, this other place is advertising a big rebate on a new truck, and I don't want to go. I love you guys. Your service is the best, and Gus is so easy to deal with. This is the worst day of my life.
Sir?
Yeah.
The rebate the dealership is offering? We can match it.
You can?
Mm-hmm. Any rebates or incentives they offer, we offer.
So I can stay with Gus and still save money?
Yes, you can.
Oh, man, can I have a hug?
No, you can't. But I will get you a tissue.
For the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, all you have to do is look down. Way down.
Sorry, I almost got emotional there.
Almost?
I was holding back a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to coach football.
I see.
Gus Paula's Chevrolet. With Gus, anything is possible.
We move along to the fourth. Stingers now trailing by 3 at 4-1. It'll be Casey Kotzman, Shane Halter, and Dallas McPherson. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up to face right-hander Justin Germano. Stingers baseball brought to you by Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors of Salt Lake, the mobile paintless dent repair company that comes to your home or office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT PRO. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors, they make them like new again. And Dent Pro donates $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base by the Stingers this season. They have swiped 79, making the total donation so far $395. Casey Kotzman to start things off for the Stingers here in the fourth. He flied out to Nod in left field his first time up. First pitch from Germano is lying towards left, racing back Nod. He has room, reaches up at the track and makes the catch for the out. Kotzman going the other way with it, but not able to make the grab on the edge of the warning track in left field. One out for Shane Halter. Lined out to the third baseman, Nieves, his first time up. And Stingers home for 4 against Edmonton and then 4 against Las Vegas. This Saturday night is Fan Appreciation Night, a big fireworks show after the game and hundreds of prizes to be given away during the contest. So make plans to be at Franklin Covey Field on Saturday as there's a strike in the outside corner to knees, 0-1. Last Saturday home game of the season for Salt Lake. 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball low and outside of the right-hand batter. And the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 7 o'clock game against Las Vegas. Changeup is in under the letters for a strike, and the count on Halter 1-2 as he steps out of the batter's box. Less than enthralled with the call as he thought it was high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Germano's pitch. Breaking ball, that's lifted in the air towards right. Robinson about 5 steps to his right. Camped underneath it now, puts it away for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down here in the Salt Lake fourth. That'll bring up Dallas McPherson, who struck out swinging his first time up. And Edmonton in for 4 first, starting tomorrow night at 7. Thursday night, of course, Thursday at the ballpark. All drinks $2. First pitch to Dallas, cut at and is. The fastball for a strike, 0-1. That time Germano hit 88, which is about what he tops out at. As far as his fastball is concerned, the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 years ago, Germano, the Padres minor league pitcher of the year, combining for a 14-5 record at Class A Fort Wayne and Class A Lake Elsinore. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss at another changeup. He struck him out, and that retires the side. The Stingers up and down in order. That's the 4th punch out for Justin Germano today. And after 3.5, it remains Portland 4 and the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
These days, education goes way beyond the classroom. Kids need something that can engage their minds and fuel their hunger to learn. And that's Comcast high-speed internet. For just 2 cents for 2 months, our high-speed internet connection is the only internet with the power to keep up with their imaginations. Up to twice as fast as DSL. Comcast downloads multimedia with lightning speed. So kids don't just study. They storm the beach at Normandy. They ride with Paul Revere. Come on! The British are coming! And walk on the moon. It's 2 cents for 2 months, and installation is just $9.99. Call 1-800-262-9072 today. Plug into Comcast and save for your kids' education.
1 cent per month for first and fourth month. Modem lease option available. Installation limited to 1 outlet to 1 computer. Additional outlets extra. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details.
KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City. This is the ESPN Radio AM 1230. They Pros Keep, worldwide leader in sports. Broadcasting station.
To go to the bottom of the fourth inning, Freddie Castro, Freddie Guzman, Kerry Robinson do up fourth. Beavers 4-1 the score in favor of Portland. As the 9-1 and 2 hitters in Craig Colbert's batting order come to the plate, Freddie Castro, an RBI single to left, his first time up, takes the fastball over for a strike to 1-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Castro. Switch hitter batting from the left side against Green. The pitch. Fastball high off the glove. The catcher Beavers, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count on Bernie. DCL and Baseball America AAA All-Star second baseman been relegated to bench duty most of this year. There's a pitch low for a ball, 2-1. Hitting just .245. Castro has appeared in 84 of the 122 games prior to today. The 1-2 pitch, bunted at towards the mound. Green picks it up, throws to first, and gets Castro by a step. 1 away to the top of the order now, and Freddie Guzman, who's 0 for 2, called out on strikes his last time up. Time now to find out who's hitting the cover off the ball in the PCL. Brought to you by Mountain Extreme Power Sports. Take it to the extreme with Mountain Extreme Power Sports in Linden, Utah. Calvin Pickering of Omaha still stuck on 31 to lead the PCL. Scott Seabold of Memphis had another one last night. He now has 29 to pull to within 2 of the league lead. Luis Garcia of Las Vegas, Kevin Witt of Memphis tied for third at 27. Showing bunt Guzman takes a strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Adam Riggs with his home run today moves into a 4-way tie for 10th in the PCL. 0-1 the count on Guzman. The pitch. Breaking ball low and inside, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Riggs, by the way, with his home run earlier today, extending his league lead. He leads the PCL with 62 total extra base hits as Guzman takes a sinker in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. 24 home runs for Riggs. The record 32 for the franchise. Ground ball foul at the first base side, but certainly has a chance. That would be a little many with 3 weeks to go, but certainly could somehow move into the top 5. Chad Rupp in 97 hit 32. Jose Fernandez in 2001 hit 30. David Ortiz, now with the Red Sox, hit 30 in 1999. Bernardo Brito hit 29 in 1994, but remember that year he missed 6 weeks after having his left wrist broken on a pitch by Jeff Nelson. 1-2 pitch, a fastball high and outside, 2-2 the count. Tied it for 5th with 28 home runs in a single season. Todd Walker in 1996, Ryan Radmanovich in 1997, and Scott Morgan in 2001. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Guzman. 1 out, bases empty. Bottom of the 4th, 4-1 Beavers. Here's a swing and a chopper to the right side, but foul off his front foot. And Guzman will try to walk it off. can't afford to get hurt. Several articles in the last week or so indicating the chance that Guzman is going to be called up to San Diego any moment now as the Portland trainer makes his way out, John Maxwell, to make sure that Guzman is all right. Fouling that one off his front instep. Craig Colbert, the manager for Portland, down from his third base coach's box as well. May have hit him in the right shin. And now Guzman waves everybody back to their spot, saying he's all right and can stay in the ball game. 2-2 the count on Guzman. Again, 48 steals. He's only been thrown out 5 times. That gives him 65 stolen bases overall this year. He was 17 for 22 in 35 games at AA Mobile before his promotion. The 2-2 pitch on the way, swinging a one-hopper to first. Kotzman's got it. He'll take it 5 steps to the bag for the out. So 2 up, 2 down here in the Portland fourth, and that'll bring up Kerry Robinson, the right fielder. Robinson 0 for 2. He's bounced to third and grounded to short. White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen has been suspended today for 2 games and fined an undisclosed amount for arguing with umpires during an August 9th game against Cleveland. Guillen was ejected after the first inning for arguing with umpire Hunter Wendelstedt. Well, who hasn't done that? After Carlos Lee was called out trying to steal second base. Unlike players, there are no appeal processes for managers and coaches. There's a pitch low and inside for a ball to the left-hand batter. 1-0 the count on Robinson. So Guillen's suspension will begin tomorrow when the White Sox face the Tigers. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball low and inside to the left-hand batter. And the count on Robinson, 2 balls and no strikes. Chicago coming off winning 2 out of 3 in their series with the Red Sox at Fenway. Same 2 teams meet this coming weekend in Chicago. 2-0 pitch, grounded sharply toward short. Sorensen's got it. The long throw across in plenty of time to get Robinson. And for the first time since the first inning, Steve Green works himself the 1-2-3 inning. As we go to the 5th now, it's Portland 4, the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose associated food stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Trailers for sale and more. ATVs and motorcycles out the door. You got Honda, Polaris, and Yamaha. They got every kind of ride you ever saw. The Stebbins Recreation, they're the kings of off-road.
The Tooele County Fair is only a week, but the fair deals are all month long at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. There's no BS at Stedman's, just straightforward deals from the owners. Get a Honda XR 100 for $1,699.95. Need a four-wheeler? The Yamaha Bear Tracker is just $3,099 at Stedman's. Like Polaris, the Sportsman 400 is only $51.99 during August at Stedman's Recreation on Main and Tooele. Fair deals all August long at Stedman's Recreation, where the BS is left at the door because you deal with the owners, not a salesperson.
Stedman's Recreation, they're the kings of off-road.
We head to the 5th inning now here at PGE Park in Portland. Steve Pauke with you on this Monday afternoon. It'll be Andres Galarraga, Brian Gordon, Wilnie Eavis, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up to face right-handed Justin Germano. Andres Galarraga called out on strikes his first time up. Hitless in 11 at-bats here in Portland. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Portland defensive alignment, brought to you by the Phone Directories Company, coming up after the first pitch. And Galarraga lines it into the center field, a base hit, just eluding the diving effort of the second baseman, Bernie Castro. And so Galarraga is aboard with a leadoff single, just the 3rd hit of the ball game for Salt Lake. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, called out on strikes his first time up. Portland with John Knott in left, Freddie Guzman in center, Kerry Robinson in right. Jose Nieves at 3rd, J.J. Fermaniac at short, Bernie Castro at 2nd, and Xavier Nades at 1st. A battery of Justin Germano pitching and Yamid Hod catching. Infield double play depth now for Brian Gordon. And called out on strikes his first time at bat. First pitch on the way is in for a strike, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Gordon 2 for 5 with a home run against Germano. And a couple of runs batted in. The pitch off speed and over at the knees. A strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. He has had the most success along with Adam Briggs, who's 3 for 7 now, 3 for 8 against Germano. Now the 0-2 to Gordon. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball down and in. He struck him out. 1 down here in the 5th. That'll bring up Will Nieves. In a chopper that was deflected by the pitcher Germano towards the second baseman Castro, who charging in could not make the bare hand pickup, and so Nieves ended up with an infield single to lead off the third. Was moved around to third base, but was stranded there. So 1 out, 1 on for the Stingers here in the 5th. They've gone to the 9th at Omaha. The Royals leading Colorado Springs 7-3. Germano's first pitch to Will. Fastball outside of the knees, ball 1. Sky Sox scored 3 in the top of the 8th to tie Omaha at 3-3, but the Royals came back with 4 in the bottom of the inning to regain the advantage. 1 ball to count on Nieves as Germano deals. Curveball, strike. Late right arm from home plate umpire Ryan West, much to the dismay of Will Nieves. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch started high and inside and came back down, according to Ryan West, tallest umpire in the league. Now Germano ready, the pitch. Breaking ball, low and outside. 2-1 the count on Will. Galarraga, the base runner at first with 1 out. Top of the 5th. Stingers trailing Portland by a score of 4-1. The outfield playing Will straight away as Germano deals. Fastball, sliced foul, out of play down the right field side. Bounces around the seats. Cameras back down into the picnic area. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ken Griffey Jr. underwent surgery today to repair that torn hamstring. They expect him to be ready by spring training. The Reds putting Griffey on the 60-day disabled list last Thursday. Now the 2-2. Curveball low and outside of the right-hand batter. Fills the count at 3-2. During the procedure, the doctor attached the tendon to the bone with 3 screws and cleaned up scar tissue in the affected area. Griffey will remain in a sling harness for 4 to 6 weeks, and then will begin a 4-month rehab program on Thursday. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Germano ready, the pitch. Check swing foul. That was ball 4, high and inside, but as Nieves turned to get out of the way, bat came out and deflected right off of it. And so the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another short season for Junior this year. Three balls, 2 strikes, the count on Will. And Germano from the belt, the pitch. Swung on and line foul, hooking down the left field line over into the Portland bullpen. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And yesterday, longtime infielder Manny Alexander, who'd been at AAA Oklahoma for the last couple of years, had his contract purchased by Texas. Alexander, of course, the original heir apparent to Cal Ripken Jr. at shortstop with Baltimore, but Ripken himself and some of the others didn't appreciate Alexander's work habits or lack thereof. 3-2 pitch on the way. Nieves hits a 1-hopper to the mound. Germano goes to second for 1 for Maniac's relay just in time for the inning-ending 1-6-3 double play. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder with a score. Portland 4, Salt Lake 1 on ESPN 1230.
What are the 2 fastest growing crimes in Utah? They're fraud and forgery. Don't be a victim. Have your sensitive and confidential documents disposed of safely by the professionals at Certified Shred. Certified Shred has been handling the removal of sensitive documents for over 5 years, so they know exactly what they're doing. And with Certified Shred, you can have your items shredded on site with Certified Shred's state-of-the-art mobile shredding truck. Or you can let the Certified Shred secured personnel do it on their off-site location. At Certified Shred, security is priority. These aren't just guys with a shredder and a garbage can from the local office supply store. They're law enforcement officers with over 30 years of experience. And these people are the best. For the most in security and peace of mind, let Certified Shred protect you. To contact the bonded and insured professionals of Certified Shred, call 972-4748. That's Certified Shred, 972-4748.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
We move along to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Portland. Beavers out in front of the Stingers by a score of 4-1. It'll be John Knott, Xavier Nady, and Yamid Hantu up, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters of the Portland lineup to face Steve Green. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Stingers' defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Adam Riggs in left, Brian Gordon in center, Shane Halter in right, Dallas McPherson at third, Zach Sorensen at short, Jake Thrower at second, and Casey Kotzman's at first. The battery of Steve Green pitching, and Will Davis catching. John Knott 1 for 2, double to center field his last time up, and eventually came around to score. 4-1 Portland. They scored 2 in the second, 2 in the third to offset the 1 run put up on the board by the Stingers in the first. Pitch to Knott, fly ball, left center field. Rick going back, still going back. It's up there, and it is gone. Off the scoreboard in left center field. A home run for John Knott. And it's now 5-1 Beavers. For Knott, that is his 19th home run of the season. He's rated by Baseball America as the top power prospect in the San Diego organization, and he showed why there. Second home run of the game for the Beavers, and that is the 13th surrendered by Steve Green this year. Now here's Xavier Nady, who homered his first time up. Walked his second go-around as he takes low, ball 1. 5-1 Beavers now here in the fifth. Portland trying for their 6th straight win. Yesterday, they had 9 hits the entire game, of which 5 were home runs. They've hit 2 already today. Now the 2-0 pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-1. Xavier Nady, a second-round pick 4 years ago by the Padres out of Cal. 2-1. Fastball strike on the outside corner, thigh high, and the count's even at 2-2. Drafted in June, signed in September, and went straight to the big leagues, becoming only the 19th player in history to go from the draft directly to the major leagues, and only the 3rd to get a hit in his first professional at bat. The 2-2, swinging a foul. Back the others being John Olerud and Rob Ellis. In Nady's case, it was a single on September 30th of 2000 against Onan Masaoka of Los Angeles. Two balls, 2 strikes the count on Xavier Nady. Now Nady steps out. Now back in the pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul through the coach's box at third. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Portland. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors for the Stingers. Now the 2-2. Fastball runs inside of the right-hand batter, and it fills the count at 3-2. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold at the PCL. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. To keep cool this summer and warm next winter, visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 1 run in for the Beavers here in the 5th. 3-2 payoff pitch. Swinging a few shot off the end of the bat towards first. Scooped up by Kochman. He'll turn, take it 2 steps to the bag for the out. 1 away here in the Portland 5th. That'll bring up Yamid Hahn, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single his last time up. Well, certainly Adam Riggs is hot, batting over 500 with his 12-game hitting streak going on. As far as teams are concerned, again, Portland's won 5 in a row coming into this one. Memphis has won 5 straight. Iowa's won 4 in a row. And 8 of their last 10. Tucson's also won 8 of 10. There's a fastball in at the knees to Hot for a strike, and it's 0-1. On the cold side, the Stingers have lost 4 in a row, as have the Albuquerque Isotopes. Nashville's lost 5 in a row and 9 of 10. Fastball outside at the knees, evens the count on Hot at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sacramento's lost 7 of 10. Their lead over Tucson has shrunk to 6.5 games now in the South. On the wind by Green, the 1-1. Bounces in for a ball, 2-1 the count. Odd with just 1 big league game played in 10 professional seasons. That was in '99. He came in to catch when Jason Kendall, the Pirates, suffered that horrific ankle injury. Now the 2-1. Fastball, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5-1 Portland here in the bottom of the 5th. Now Green ready, the 2-2. Swung on, lifted in the air towards right. Shane Halter drifting back, now sets himself about 5 feet in front of the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. So Hod retired. That'll bring up Jose Nieves, who's 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. It would appear to be a double play ball to get out of the inning, but the Stingers were unable to turn the double play, and that allowed the Beavers to add an extra run in that 3rd inning when Jake Gautreau added an RBI single. The 2-out space is empty here in the 5th. Now Green ready, the pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-1. For the most part, Steve has had good control today. He's walked only 1 batter. There's a swing and a pop-up on the right side of the infield. Jake Thor says, "I've got it," and he takes it to end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, the leadoff home run by John Knott. Nobody left on base through 5. It's Portland 5, the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
Starting for your locally owned grocery store, Andy Goodwill.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Hey, this is Dan the Laptop Man from PC Laptops. Consumer alert! Consumer alert! Viruses and Trojans, they're just infecting computers every single day. You know what? You don't even need to open your email now to get infected. You can just be simply connected to the internet, and you can be infected with a Trojan. It can eat all your files, make duplicates of all your social security number and hidden passwords and email them out to evil people across the world. That's why you need us at PC Laptops. Why? Because we can service any brand of laptop computer. Sony, Gateway, Toshiba, Dell, Micron, any brand we can service. If we can't fix your computer, we'll write you a check. That's right. If we can't fix your computer, your laptop computer, we'll write you a check and buy your laptop computer from you. Isn't that crazy? So no matter what brand of laptop computer you have, bring it in to PC Laptops and we'll get it fixed up. If we can't fix it, we'll buy it from you. It's at PC Laptops. We love you.
Featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology.
inning here. PGE Park in Portland. Stingers trailing the ball game by a score of 5-1. And for the Stingers, it'll be Zach Sorensen, Jake Thrower, and Adam Riggs, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, 2 up here in the top of the sixth. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Portland. 1 run on 3 hits. And no errors for Salt Lake. Zach Sorensen to start things off. A successful sacrifice butter his first time up. Sorensen comes in batting .307. So Zach, a switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander, Dustin Germano. 6 innings. Also time to find out what else is happening in the PCL, Major League Baseball, today and tonight. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Pitch on the way, inside at the bell of the ball, and it evens the count at 1-1. That's a final now at Omaha. The Royals defeat Colorado Springs 7-3. No word yet on the decisions in that game. There's a breaking ball low, 2 balls and a strike on Zach. Later on, Oklahoma at New Orleans. Albuquerque visits Iowa. Fresno hosts Tucson. Las Vegas is at Sacramento, and Edmonton travels to Tacoma. The pitch outside of the knees. Ball 3. 3-1 to count on Zach. In the American League, Oakland at Baltimore. Boston hosts Toronto, and Cleveland's at Texas. Homer Stinger, Mickey Callaway going for the Rangers. 3-1 offering. Sorensen takes an off-speed pitch for a strike to the outside corner of the belt. 3-2. National League, Cincinnati's at St. Louis. Arizona hosts Pittsburgh. 3-2 payoff pitch to Sorensen, swinging a 3-hopper to first. 80 scoops it up and takes it 3 steps to the bag for the out. Sorensen retired. 1 down for Jake Thrower, who's fly to center and grounded to second. Pittsburgh's at Arizona tonight. San Diego hosting Atlanta. Florida at Los Angeles, and Montreal visits red-hot San Francisco as the Giants have won 4 in a row. In fact, while we have the opportunity, let's check out the standings in the major leagues, brought to you by your local Associated Food Stores. First pitch on the way. Thrower fouls it back. Strike 1. Featuring Western family brands, only the best will do for you at Associated Food Stores. So no balls, 1 strike the count in the American League. In the East, the Yankees lead the Red Sox by 10.5. Now the 0-1. Thrower takes an off-speed pitch at the knees on the inside corner for a strike. 0-2. Minnesota leads Cleveland by 2 and the White Sox by 4 in the American League Central. 0-2 to Thrower, off-speed and high, 1-2. In the West, Oakland in first, but by only a half game over Texas and by a half game over the Angels. Now the 1-2, curveball, chop foul off of Jake's front foot. The count remains 1-2 in the National League East. Atlanta leads Philadelphia and Florida by 8 each. The Cubs are 13.5 behind St. Louis in the Central, and the Dodgers lead both the Padres and Giants by 6.5 in the West. A wild card is where it really gets interesting. 3-way ties for the lead in both leagues for the wild card. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Now the pitch to Thrower. Swinging a ground ball right side to his left. Castro ranging far, gets it and puts to first for the out. Castro going way to his left to flag that one down and off balance, making the flip to first to get Jake Thrower. A fine play by Bernie Castro, and there's 2 outs here in the 6th. Now here's Adam Riggs, who provided the Stingers their only offense with a solo homer to center in the first inning. He flied to center field in the 3rd. The American League, Boston and Texas are tied for the wild card lead, with the Angels in a virtual tie for first, a percentage point back. Pitch to Riggs. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Cleveland 2.5 back. Chicago trails by 4.5, and Baltimore by 7 in the wild card race. The 0-1 to Riggs. Breaking ball low, 1-1. In the National League, the Cubs, Padres, and Giants in a 3-way tie for the wild card lead. The Phillies and Marlins 4.5 back. Houston trails by 6. The Mets by 6.5. Pirates and Reds by 7. There's a curveball lifted in the air to right center field. Robinson and Guzman converging. It's Robinson, the right fielder, with the call and the catch to retire the side. Once again, the Stingers are up and down in order in the sixth, and after 5.5 it remains. Portland 5 and the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Imaging Concepts of Utah invites you to help grant a child's wish. Sponsor the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Utah through the Cartridges for Kids program. Recycle your empty inkjet, laser, fax, or copier cartridges, or use cell phones with Imaging Concepts of Utah. The Make-A-Wish Foundation receives 100% of the proceeds, and there's no cost to participate. Call Imaging Concepts of Utah at 866-COPY. That's 866-2679 to schedule a pickup for your empty cartridges.
Stand by for an important announcement. Due to cooler than forecasted temperatures in June and July, Holmes Heating and Cooling Warehouse is full of central air systems and must be immediately cleared. We anticipated temperatures like 2003. With the roller coaster temperatures this past month, our warehouse is full and we need to make space, declared a Holmes spokesman. Holmes Heating and Cooling will drastically reduce the price on all high-efficient Bryant central air systems. Bryant features the environmentally safe Huron. Bryant, doing whatever it takes, have been the industry leaders when it comes to keeping you cool and comfortable. August promises to be a very hot month. Don't wait. Low prices, no payments, and no interest for 12 months makes now the best time ever to get a Bryant central air system. Call Holmes Heating and Cooling for a quote. Toll free, 1-800-968-4151. Write this number down, 1-800-968-4151.
We go now to the bottom of the sixth inning here in Portland. 5-1 Beavers. It'll be Jake Gotro, J.J. Permaniak, and Bernie Castro at the bottom third of the Portland order to face right-hander Steve Green. Time now to look ahead at the Stingers schedule, brought to you by University of Utah Football. The defending Mountain West Conference and Liberty Bowl champs play 6 home games, starting with Texas A&M and finishing with BYU. Season tickets are now available at 581-UTIX or online at utahutes.com. Gotro swings to the first pitch, and it's a changeup fouled at home plate for strike one. Gotro 1 for 2 with an RBI single his last time up. U of U football. You ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, the Stingers return home tomorrow to begin a 4-game series with Las Vegas as that ball is thrust towards right. That ball's up there. It's out there, and it is long gone. Jake Gotro with his 5th home run of the year, and it's now 6-1 Portland. Shane Halter barely moved in right field. 3rd home run of the day, and 8th out of the last 2 games for Portland. So now it's a 6-1 ball game in favor of the Beavers. Ninth into the ball game for Portland. The batter now, J.J. Permaniak, who's 1 for 2, and he takes the strike to the He's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Fastball, slices the outside corner at the knee, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch on the way. There's a pitch blowing inside for a ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-1 Beavers here in the 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Permaniak. The outfield shaded towards left. The pitch. Fastball just outside. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Tomorrow night, as we take a look at that schedule as promised, Jason Middlebrook goes against Edmonton right-hander Josh Karp. That'll be a 7 o'clock start at Franklin Covey Field. 2-2 pitch is chopped over the mound. The second baseman thrower to his right has it. Sidearms it over to first and gets Permaniak by a step. 1 away. That'll bring up Bernie Castro. Singled in a run in the second. Bounced back to the mound in the 4th. Wednesday night, it'll be Jake Woods at 5-3, but he's been roughed up in his last couple of outings, taking on left-hander Scott Downs, who's 10-5 with Edmonton. Thursday night, Chris Butchek goes against left-hander Jeremy Robertson, the former New Orleans Zipper and Houston Astro. And Scott Dunn goes Friday night against Edmonton's right-hander Wilton Chavez. Before Las Vegas comes to town, Steve Green on the mound right now will get the start in Game 1 on Saturday as he pours in a fastball at the knees to Castro for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the pitch. Breaking ball low, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the right-hander ready, the 1-1. Curveball low. 2-1, the count on Bernie Castro. Came into this year with 299 stolen bases in his first 5 pro seasons, leading 3 different leagues the last 3 years in stolen bases. The pitch outside for a ball, 3-1. Without the regular playing time, he has only stolen 15 bases this year. 3-1 delivery, and Castro takes low and inside for ball 4. That's the second walk issued by Green in the ball game, and with 1 on and 1 out, that'll bring up Freddie Guzman, who's 0 for 3. That is the 75th walk issued by Green this year. The franchise record for most walks issued in one season, Mark Redmond in 1997 issued 80. So Green closing in on that mark. 1 on, 1 out. Freddie Guzman, the batter, 0 for 3. Grounded out to first his initial time up. The toss to first, and Castro dives back in safely. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in. Second straight inning and third inning out of 6 in which the Beavers have led off the frame with a home run. There's a toss to first. The runner back. Details now in from Omaha. Royals winning 7-3. Breaking a 3-3 tie with a 4-run bottom of the 8th. Justin Heisman, the winner. 4-2. Mike Bubate, the loser, 1-4. Slow curve over for a strike. 0-1, the count on Guzman. Jed Hansen with his 23rd home run for Omaha. Brandon Berger with his 8th. Go to first, and the runner's back. Announced crowd of 2,295 at Omaha, which looks a lot worse than it even sounds in a 25,000-seat ballpark at Rosenblatt Stadium. Green ready, the 0-1. Outside at the knees, a ball, 1-1 the count. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Portland. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors for the Stingers. Rest of the schedule no sooner than 3.5 hours away from now. Now Green ready, the 1-1 to Guzman. Instead, the turn of the toss to first, and Castro is back. Both bullpens are quiet at the moment. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count on Guzman. He's kept off the base paths so far in this game. Green ready, the 1-1. Swung on, that's lifted in the air towards left. Rick going back, still going back at the wall. He can't get to it. It's off the barrier. Gordon there to back it up and fire it in. To third base goes Castro, and at the second is Guzman with a double. That's his 12th two-bagger of the season. Hit number 10 for the Beavers, who now have runners at second and third and only 1 out. A fortunate bounce for the Stingers there. That hit that one little angled panel out near the scoreboard. Could bounce any which way, but fortunately it bounced right to Brian Gordon, who was backing up the play. Now here's Kerry Robinson 0 for 3. He's grounded out 3 times. So the corner man in, the middle infielders are back. Green ready, and the pitch to Robinson. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Green peers in, gets the sign from his catcher, Nieves. As Greg Jones gets up in the Stingers bullpen now in right field. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball that had some movement on it. The count's 0-2. That one started in on the fifth. Robinson and tailed away from him at the last moment. Cubs pitcher Kerry Wood a few moments ago had his appeal rejected today and will begin serving his 5-game suspension tomorrow. Now the infield drawn in all the way, and the 0-2 pitch is high and inside for a ball 1-2 as Sorensen at short and thrower at second broke in at the last moment. Wood fined and suspended for angrily confronting umpire Eric Cooper on April the 17th. Wood initially served the suspension in May, but was reinstated when he was placed on the disabled list, retroactive to May 12th. Effectively negating his roster spot during the suspension. 1-2 pitch. Robinson starts after it. Holds up. Did he go around? No. Says base umpire Mike McClinsky, and the count's even at 2-2. Wood threw a batting helmet and gloves onto the field after his ejection, and fans at Wrigley Field then littered the warning track with debris, and the game was held up for several minutes. The Wood suspension held up. Now the 2-2. Robinson swings and lifts one foul. Out of play, third base side onto the roof. So the count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. New York Yankees, who recently released outfielder Shane Spencer, re-signed him to a minor league contract after working out at their spring training complex. He was let go by the Mets earlier this month. Now the 2-2. Bad handle pop-up toward short. Sorensen back. He's there, and he'll put it away for the second out of the inning. The runners have to hold. Castro at third. Guzman at second. 2 down for John Nudd, who's had a big afternoon. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored in the third and a leadoff home run in the fifth. So now 2 out, 2 on, 1 in for Portland here in the 6th. They lead the Stingers 6-1. With runners at second and third, 2 out. Green will work from the stretch. First time in 4 starts that Green has gone this deep into a ball game. The pitch. Fastball in under the letters for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. In this 7-game losing streak, he's gone as far as 6 innings, only twice. Now, Green, the 0-1. Swung on and lifted foul. First base side, onto the roof and out of play, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, Portland, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth. Stingers getting their only run in the first on a home run by Adam Riggs. Oh, and 2 the count. Now Green ready to pitch. Fastball high as Davis climbs the stepladder to pull that one back in. One and 2 the count. Infield back with 2 outs. The outfield shaded towards right. Now Green gets his sign from Nieves. The glance towards third of the 1-2 home. Fastball high again, ball 2. 2 and 2 the count. Stingers in their half of the 7th. We'll have Kochman, Halter, and McPherson due up. Maybe the Stingers can pull a little turnabout fair play after yesterday's game, in which after 5.5, Stingers led 7-0, but Portland rallied for a 9-8 win. Now the 2-2. Change up is high, ball 3. The count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2. And now the catcher, Nieves, goes out to talk with Green. Last night in Sunday Night Baseball on 1320 KFAN, it was St. Louis defeating Atlanta by a score of 10-4. Scott Rowland homered twice and became the first National League player to reach 101 runs batted in this year. To reach 100 RBI, I should say. Next Sunday night, 5:37 over on 1320 KFAN. It's the White Sox and the Red Sox from Chicago. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch from Knott. Check swing, he went around, says home plate umpire Ryan West, and that retires the side. Strikeout number 3 for Steve Green as the umpires in the green seats voice their displeasure. 1 run out of all that on the leadoff home run by Gautreaux. 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the 7th. Portland 6, the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
So, when's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus bucks, and you can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
At Ogden Subaru, there's still time to save big on a 2004 model Subaru. Ogden Subaru is still offering up to $6,000 in discounts and rebates on remaining 04 models. And we've got a good selection. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with payment of only $269 a month on the new 05 Outback. Payments on the new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on the 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cap reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in the business, Ogden Subaru is still Northern Utah's #1 Subaru dealer in customer satisfaction. It's because of our low guaranteed prices and absolutely unbeatable service. Don't miss these huge summer sell-down savings. Shop at Ogden Subaru.
To the 7th inning we go. Stingers trailing by a score of 6-1. Casey Kochman, Shane Halter, and Dallas McPherson due up to face right-hander Justin Germano, who gave up the one-out home run to Adam Riggs in the first, and nothing since. Only 2 hits have followed the infield single by Nieves leading off the third, and Galarraga single to center that started the 5th inning. Casey Kochman, the batter, 0 for 2, lined out to the left fielder John Knott his last time at bat. First pitch on the way, a strike. Fastball on the outside corner, just under the letters, and the count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now Germano's pitch. Swung on and lined into right field, a base hit. Off the carpet on 1 hop. Robinson with the jump into the air to field that ball on the high bounce. And the Stingers have their 4th hit of the ball game. So Kochman aboard. That'll bring up Shane Halter, who's 0 for 2, having lined to third and fly to right field. A homer and 3 singles for the Stingers in this game. Greg Jones still throwing in the Stingers bullpen, so it's likely we'll see him to start the 7th. First things first, we have to get through this top of the 7th. Portland is setting their infield to double play depth. The runner at first base and nobody out. Now Germano's pitch. Fastball outside above the knees. Ball 1 to Shane Halter. Halter 0 for 2 today and 3 for 12 in this series. Germano ready. The pitch just missed outside with a fastball, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Germano 2 years ago led the San Diego organization with 14 wins. He was 3rd with a 2.94 ERA and 3rd with 137 strikeouts. 2-0 pitch foul. The fastball back to the screen, 2-1. In that year in which he went 12-5 with Fort Wayne of the Midwest League, he was the leader among starters in that league, averaging less than a walk per 9 innings pitched. Rated the number 15 prospect at the start of the season in the Padres organization by Baseball America. 2-1 pitch to Halter. Swung on and lined into right field. Drifting back is Robinson. Going back still. Backpedaling. Reaches up and makes the catch just shy of the track. Back to first base goes Kochman, and there's 1 down here in the 7th. Here's Dallas McPherson, who's had a rough day at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. McPherson has only played in 44 games in a Salt Lake uniform, but at 69 strikeouts, he is third on the ball club. Ryan Gordon has 119, and Adam Riggs has 72. But both of them with many more at-bats than Dallas. The pitch on the way, swung on. That's driven in the air to right center field. Guzman and Robinson back. It's up there, it's out there, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for Dallas McPherson, his 15th in a Salt Lake uniform, and it's now a 6-3 ball game. Between AA and AAA, that is his 35th home run of the season. Second long ball for Salt Lake in the game, and so now the Stingers are within 3 here in the 7th. Now here's Andres Galarraga, 1 for 2. Single to center field his last time up as a right-hander is up now in the bullpen for Portland. Galarraga drilling a single to center field his last time up. Now the pitch off speed and outside at the knees, a ball. 1-0 the count. Now the pitch, curveball, is looped towards first and caught by Nady on a below-the-cap high catch for the out. 2 down. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, who's been up twice, and he has struck out twice. So a 6-3 ball game now as the Stingers are within 3. Right-hander Steve Watkins throwing in the Portland bullpen. First pitch to Gordon. Inside at the knees, ball 1. Again, in his last 6 starts, Germano's allowed only 3 home runs, all of them by Stingers. Pitch. Curveball, strike 1-1. Brian Gordon homered off of Germano back on the 25th of July, and Adam Riggs and Dallas McPherson have gone deep today. 1-1 pitch on the way. Sinks low and inside to the left-hand batter, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfield, straight away. The pitch. Swinging a foul, rolling back to the base of the screen, and the count's even at 2-2. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Portland. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Stingers. Germano ready, the 2-2 to Gordon. Swinging a ground ball right at the second baseman. Castro gobbles it up, sidearms it to first, and that'll do it for the Stingers in the 7th. 2 runs, though, on 2 hits. A 2-run home run by Dallas McPherson, and nobody left on base. It's 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark, brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness. Now with 3 locations, Salt Lake, Orem, and Layton. Upper Limit Fitness will help you stretch a little further. After 6.5, it's Portland 6, the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
Regarded as the top customer service clerk in the country, Andy Goodwill is a first-team all-star selection as a provider of only the best service to shoppers at any of the associated food stores, including Acres, Peterson's, Macy's, and others across the Wasatch Front. As region MVP, Goodwill set records for happy customers, satisfied shoppers, and stunning smiles. Goodwill chose Associated Food Stores because of its commitment to customer service and the impressive reputation of Western Family Products. For your family, only the best.
Why are we turning here?
To look at used cars.
I thought we were going to Gus Paulus.
We are.
Gus is in West Valley City. This is Jordan Landing.
Right.
Did I miss something?
He's growing.
Who's growing?
Gus.
Growing? At his age? Imagine that. No more short jokes, no more booster seats at restaurants, no more ads with half a head.
Huh?
Oh, man, Gus is finally growing. And if he can grow, maybe we can also.
Oh.
This is a sign. It gives the world new hope.
Honey.
It's a miracle.
His dealership is growing.
What?
They've expanded. This is their new used car lot.
Oh. Well, that's kind of miraculous, isn't it?
If you say so.
I do.
Gus may not be getting any taller, but with the new dealership at Jordan Landing, his service and selection keeps getting better.
Hey, I wonder if I'm still growing.
I wonder.
Want to measure me when we get home?
I'm not sure you're coming home.
Aw.
The Gus Paulus Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible.
Lumley makes his first connected wireless call to the bullpen. Get connected, stay connected with connected wireless. Call 205-FREE for the location nearest you. Right-hander Greg Jones comes on for the 29th time this year. He's 1-3 with 2 saves and a 4.87 earned run average for PCL batting. .285 against right-hander Greg Jones. Jones gave up 3 earned runs on 4 hits in an inning and a third here on Friday. Xavier Nady, Yamid Had, Jose Nieves due up. First pitch slider, outside ball, 1 to Nady, who's 1 for 2 with a home run. Steve Green, 6 innings on the day, 10 hits allowed, 6 runs all earned with 3 strikeouts and a couple of walks. Here's a pitch lifted down the right field line. Halter on the run towards the stripe, into foul territory, can't get to it as it lands in the picnic area for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Green, though, surrendered 3 leadoff home runs today in the 2nd, 5th, and 6th innings. Raised his walk total to 75, 3rd highest single-season walk total in franchise history. And 5 away from the record. Pitch on the way, swung on, that's in the air to right field. Halter going back to the warning track, has room, a couple of steps in front of the fence to make the catch. 1 away as Nady bid for his 2nd home run of the game and his 5th of the series. So 1 out, that'll bring up Yamid Had, who's 1 for 3. Delivered an RBI single back in the 3rd. Jones, 6'2", 190 in his 8th year, and still scratching his head, trying to figure out why things haven't come together for him as they did last year, in which he got his first big league call-up. Jones again missed the first month or so with shoulder tendonitis, but says he's healthy. It's just not clicking for him right now. First pitch to Hod. Fastball, pop foul. First base side of home plate and onto the roof for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike unless the Stingers rally. Steve Green would be pinned with his 8th straight loss and his 15th of the year, which would tie the franchise record set by Mark Redmond in 1997. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? No. It's his first base umpire, Mike Beklinski, and the count's even at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-3 Portland here in the bottom of the 7th. A pitch, swing, and a miss at a slider, 1-2. Greg Jones, who once the season is over, becomes a volunteer high school football coach. That year started later last season because of his big league call-up. There's a fastball high, 2-2 the count. So really enjoys coaching football. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Hod. The delivery from Jones. Swing at a fastball and a foul back. The count to Hod remains level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5 home runs to the game. 2 for the Stingers. A solo shot by Riggs in the first and a 2-run blast by McPherson in the 7th. Again, 3 leadoff home runs for Portland. Xavier Nady in the 2nd. John Knott in the 5th. Here's a swing and a chopper foul between the coach's box and the bag at 3rd. Still 2-2. And Jake Gautreau in the 6th. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Hod. Now Jones pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called just under the letters. I thought maybe that one was a tad high. Looked like that might have been the case here as well, but that is out number 2. First strikeout for Jones, and the 4th for Stingers pitching in the ball game. Only 1 of the 4 strikeouts for Stingers pitchers have been on a swinging strike 3. Here's Jose Nieves, 1 for 3. Singled and scored in the 2nd inning. Pitch on the way. Fastball, pop foul over our heads and out of play for strike 1. Landing on the roof above us. Oh, and 1 the count to the right hand hitting Nieves. The pitch. Slider outside and low for a ball. 1-1. Again, Jose. 242 lifetime hitter in the big leagues with the Cubs and the Angels. Now the 1-1. Swing and a cue shot towards short. Sorensen charges, gloves, and throws to first for the out. That ball took a couple of funny bounces on the way with a rotation on the ball after it hit the end of his bat. 3 up, 3 down for Greg Jones in the 7th. We move to the 8th. Portland 6, Salt Lake 3 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
This is Steve Brown. You know, your car's performance is not a luxury. It's a necessity. There's a reason for that. Our most valuable commodities ride in our cars. Our significant other, our kids. And you want your car to perform when it needs to. It's no time for a transmission to fail when you're merging into freeway traffic, or you're ready to turn left in front of that vehicle at a stoplight. Your transmission has to work. And the place to make sure it works correctly is AMCO Transmissions. That's right, you know the name, AAMCO. You don't want to trust it to a beginner, and they're not. For 40 years, AMCO Transmissions has taken care of the nation's transmission needs. They've done it right 20 million times. And the time to take care of your transmission is now. Go in and get a free diagnostic checkup. Tell them I sent you. Go to any one of the 5 AMCO Transmissions along the Wasatch Front and find out what I know. They care, they're professionals, and they'll do it right. AMCO Transmissions.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the 8th inning. Left-hander Mike Bynum comes on now for Portland, making his 53rd appearance of the year. That's second in the PCL. Second to Troy Brohan of Las Vegas, who's appeared in 63 games. Bynum has won 6 and lost 6 with 4 saves and a 3.39 earned run average. The PCL batting .257 against Bynum. This is his 9th appearance in the 16 games between these two teams this year. He's 1-0 with 1 save. Pitched 2 scoreless innings here on Saturday night. He'll face Will Nieves, Zach Sorensen, and Jake Thrower. Nieves 1 for 2, bounced into an inning-ending double play his last time up. First pitch from Bynum, and it's high, ball 1. The line on Justin Germano, 7 innings, 5 hits allowed. 3 runs, all earned with no walks and 5 strikeouts. He did give up a couple of home runs. 1-0 pitch to Nieves. Sidearm fastball way outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Will. Don't forget to look out each and every game for the Stingers' Geico Insurance run of the game. The first time Salt Lake extends a lead after the 5th inning, that's the Geico Insurance run. 2-0 pitch on the way as Nieves takes a strike on the outside corner at the letters, 2-1. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund for every Geico Insurance run of the game. The Stingers have had 34 this year, making the total donation $340. Now the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Will, trying to get something going for the Stingers in the 8th as they close to within 3 now of the Beavers. Mike Bynum, 6'4", 200 pounds in his 6th year. Now the 3-1. Breaking ball inside for ball 4. So Bynum walks the first batter he faces, and the Stingers have a runner at first. Nobody out for Zach Sorensen, who's 0 for 1 plus a sacrifice. Stingers still need one more batter to reach base to bring the tying run to the plate. So runner at first brings the infield into double play depth with nobody out. Sorensen 0 for 1 against Bynum this year. Takes a strike to the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight away. Right now, Old Glory hanging limp on the flagpole in center. The 0-1 to Sorensen, swinging a chopper to the left side. Cut off for the third baseman, Nieves. Flips to second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. All not hit hard enough to turn 2 against the speedy Sorensen, but they get the lead runner, Nieves, and there's 1 down here in the 8th. Now here's Jake Thrower, who's 0 for 3 with a fly ball to center and a couple of grounders to second base. So Thrower at the plate. Jake hitless in 4 at-bats with a couple of strikeouts against Bynum. He has coaxed 1 walk out of them. So runner at first. The pitch. Breaking ball low and inside. Ball 1 to Thrower. Again, Adam Riggs and Dallas McPherson have homered in the ball game. Mountain America Home Equity home runs. Finance your home equity or construction loan today with Mountain America Credit Union. One ball, no strikes, the count on Thrower. Bynum ready, the pitch. Swung on, grounded towards the hole, and it sneaks through for a base hit. Played on the roll by John Knott out in left. Sorensen stops at second. Thrower aboard with the 1-out single. Hit number 6 for the Stingers, and now Adam Riggs stands in as the potential tying run. That's going to bring Mike Couchet, the interim pitching coach, out to the mound for Portland. Couchet, the roving pitching instructor for the minor leagues for San Diego, filling in for Tom Brown, who went back to his home in Venice, Florida, to assess the damage from Hurricane Charlie. Riggs at the plate has homered, fly to center, and skied to right. Riggs, 2 hits in 5 at-bats against Bynum this year. 1 of his 2 hits a double. So Sorensen at second, Thrower at first, and now Riggs stands in as the potential tying run. Now Bynum ready. The left-hander set the pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner above the knees, 0-1. Stingers manager Mike Brumley coaching over at third base. Jim Efford over at first. Sorensen the lead at second. Thrower the base runner at first. The infield a double play depth. Now the left-hander Bynum ready, and the pitch to Riggs. Long on and foul. Back into the screen, and Adams in the hole, 0-2. Again, Riggs' home run on the first extended his hitting streak to 12 games. 3 shy of his and the team's best. Had a 15-gamer in which he hit .388 from April 18th to May 3rd. 26 hits in that 15-game hitting streak. 0-2 the count on Adam with Casey Kotzman due next. Bynum ready. Here's the 0-2. Fastball outside of the knees. 1-2 the count. And a right-hander back up in the Portland bullpen. And it is their closer, Marty McCleary. A 1-2. Curveball, strike 3 call. Started it outside and brought it back over the corner. A backdoor breaking ball caught Riggs looking, and there's 2 outs here in the 8th. And Adam knew it as soon as that ball popped into the glove of the catcher, Hahn. So now 2 down, and it's up to Casey Kotzman here in the 8th. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored so far in this ball game. Lefty against lefty here. The pitch. Fastball strike to the outside corner above the knees. 0-1. Kotzman 0 for 2 with a strikeout against Bynum this year. 0-1 the count. Casey straightaway stance at the plate. Now Bynum's pitch. Inside. With a changeup as Kotzman jackknifes to get out of the way. And the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. And one other game this afternoon in the PCL. Omaha beat Colorado Springs 7-3. Stopping the Sky Sox at least temporarily 7.5 behind Iowa. The 1-1. Kotzman swings and he misses at a fastball, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shane Halter is due next. Now Bynum, the left-hander, ready. The 1-2 to Kochman. Inside, and it hit him right on the right shoulder blade. And now the bases are loaded with 2 out for Shane Halter. Kochman will slowly make his way towards first base, and for Casey, that's the 3rd time he's been hit as a Stinger. And for Bynum, that is the 4th batter that he has plunked. And now Craig Colbert wants the right-hander to come in to face the right-hand hitting Shane Halter with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the 8th. So Craig Colbert has made a connected wireless call to the bullpen. We'll give you the numbers on the new Portland pitcher after this on ESPN 1230.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
If you're looking for some great food, let's go get it fresh and get it hot. Taco Maker has the best food. Let's go, we know you'll get a lot. Hey!
Discover the fresh taste of the Taco Maker. We fry our own taco shells and tortilla chips daily to make them crispy fresh. Our homemade salsas and sauces are the talk of the town. And our refried beans are made from scratch every morning. We use real ground beef and marinate tasty all-white meat chicken with our own marinade recipe. We're keeping it real with real Monterey cheddar cheeses. Hey, it's time you got a taste of the Taco Maker.
Get it fresh and get it hot. We know you'll get a lot. Hey!
Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Taco Maker Burrito Babies. Wow! I said it 3 times. That's because you get 3 crisp bean burrito babies in every order for only $1.89. Or make it a combo meal and add hot tater jams or an ice-cold 32-ounce drink for only $3.99.
Taco Maker! Taco Maker! Fresh and get it hot. Make fresh.
Right-hander Marty McCleary comes on for Portland now here in the 8th inning. With the bases loaded and 2 out, facing Shane Halter, who's doubled the only time he has faced McCleary this year. McCleary, the closer now for this Portland ball club, is 4-4 with 11 saves and an ERA of 3.27. This is his 39th appearance, his 32nd out of the bullpen. The PCL batting .221 against McCleary. 3 of his 11 saves have come against the Stingers in his last 3 appearances against them. July 23rd, July 25th, and this past Friday. Bases loaded, 2 out. Stingers trailing by 3. Tying runs are on base. The pitch. Halter swings and drives one up the alley in left center field. Koosman on the run, dives and makes a spectacular catch. How did he do that? Fully extended, parallel to the ground. Gloved the ball, hit the AstroTurf, rolled over, and popped up with the baseball. That is easily our Anything's Possible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Palos Auto Group. That would have cleared the bases and tied the game. No runs, 1 hit, 3 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Portland 6, the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Golf pros agree. To lower your score, improve your short game. The best course for that is the Jordan River Par 3, located at 1200 North Redwood Road. The Jordan River Par 3 golf course is just minutes from downtown and playable in about an hour. It's the best place to develop your short iron, chipping, and putting skills. And it's just $6 for 9 holes. It's the best golf value around. Regain your love for the game of golf at this hassle-free, low-pressure golf course. For tee times, call 533-4527. That's 533-4527, or visit slc-golf.com.
Well, throughout this series, Freddie Guzman has been beating the Stingers with his legs. That time he used his glove with his legs to make a spectacular diving catch to keep the Stingers from, at the very least, tying the ball game. And now Dusty Berkman comes on for the Stingers here in the bottom of the 8th for the 39th time this year. He's 1-0 with 1 save and a 2.77 earned run average. The lefty will face Jake Gautreau, J.J. Fermaniak, and Bernie Castro here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch is strike 0-1. Greg Jones with a 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. And now it's the southpaw Dusty Berkman, 6'5", 200 pounds, out of Carson City, Nevada. Breaking ball low and outside to the left-hand batter. And the count on Gautreau, 1 ball and 1 strike. Gautreau 2 for 3 with an RBI single in the 3rd. And a leadoff home run in the 6th. 6-3 Portland here in the 8th. The pitch, and it's a sinker low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Gautreau now awaits the pitch from Berkman. Outside at the knees, ball 3. 3-1 the count on Gautreau. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Portland. 3-6-0 for the Stingers. 3-1 pitch to Gautreau. Swung on, little bat handle looper to center field. That's going to land on the rug for a base hit. Gordon smothers it against his body, bouncing it to the field to keep that one from bouncing by him. That is the 3rd hit for Gautreau in the ball game. That'll bring up J.J. Fermaniak, who's 1 for 3. Well, the Padres, the media in San Diego have been talking about Guzman's call-up, but whenever it does come, it'll be too late for the Stingers. So runner at first base, nobody out. Bergman's pitch. Long on, that's driven in the air to center. Brian Gordon going back to the warning track, to the wall. He'll make the catch. Back to first base goes Gautreau as Fermaniak flies to straightaway center field. As Gordon made the grab, 1 step shy of the wall. 1 away, that'll bring up Bernie Castro, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the 2nd. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Jake's Over the Top. They're now serving their fresh Bear Lake raspberry shakes. Cool vanilla ice cream blended with tons of fresh raspberries. Heaping inches over the top of the cup because it shakes. They don't stop at the top. 1 on, 1 out for Bernie Castro. Walked his last time up. Bergman delivers, and it's sliced down the right field line. Halter a long run, going back, reaches up, and he misplayed the ball off the wall. Gautreau will go to 3rd, and on to second base goes Castro as Halter went towards the line, and then at the last moment had to veer back as that ball had some carry on it, and it went over his glove for a double. So after the Stingers nearly missed tying it up, the Beavers now in position to break it open again. With runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1 out for Guzman, who's 1 for 4 with a double his last time up as he sent one off the barrier in left center field in the 6th. The infield drawn in with runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Bergman's pitch. And it's a fastball high, ball 1. Guzman now batting right-handed against the southpaw Bergman. 12 hits now in the ball game for Portland. Stingers in danger of being swept in a 4-game series for the 5th time this year. To swing a chopper past the mound, the shortstop Sorensen has it. Looks the runner Gautreau back to 3rd and throws to 1st for the out. So Guzman retired, 2 away, and that'll bring up Kerry Robinson, who's 0 for 4. The infield now with 2 outs can drop back. They've also been swept on 2 other occasions in which the series only lasted 2 games because of weather. In Tacoma and in Edmonton. The runners at second and third, 2 out. The infield back, lefty against lefty here. Bergman's pitch, and Robinson takes a strike at the knees. A fastball, 0-1. In the ninth, the Stingers will have due up Dallas McPherson, Andres Galarraga, and Brian Gordon. Now the 0-1. Just a little bit low, and the count on Robinson is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the Stingers' parent club, the Anaheim Angels, idle today. They begin a series at Tampa Bay tomorrow against the Devil Rays. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch into the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Will Nieves, to save that runner over at third base. Two balls, 1 strike. John Knott, the batter, on deck. Now the 2-1 pitch to Robinson. Swung on, punch toward short, diving backhand stop by Sorensen, picks it up and has no play. Good effort by Zach, but he knocked it down, and by the time he picked it up, he realized he couldn't get the speedy Robinson. It'll be an infield single and a run batted in, and it's now 7-3 Portland. Castro stops at third on the play, as by knocking it down at the very least, that saved a run. So now here is John Knott, who's 2 for 4 with a double and a solo homer. So runners at first and third as Bergman still struggling to get left-handers out. The pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 1. And that's not good if you're a left-handed pitcher looking for spot relief duty in the big league. There's an off-speed pitch high, ball 2, 2-0. Dusty is, for the most part, fared better in key situations against right-handed hitters than he has left-handed hitters. Now the pitch swung on, popped up, foul ground. First base side, Kotzman has room to make the catch and retire the side, but the Beavers add to their lead with 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they lead 2. We go to the ninth. It's Portland 7 and the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
Love my new Culligan water softener. No more scrubbing soap, scum, and scale, spotty dishes, or scratchy, dull laundry. My Culligan man knew all about the water in our neighborhood and did a free water test. He even explained why water heaters and dishwashers last longer with soft water. So take my advice. For soft water throughout your home, just say, hey, Culligan man.
Your Culligan man has a great offer. $100 back on a softener or rent for $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Trust the water experts. Call 800-Culligan or visit Culligan.com today. Dealer participation may vary, expires November 3rd. You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Well, we go to the ninth inning, and it is a 7-3 ball game in favor of Portland. Dallas McPherson, Andres Galarraga, and Brian Gordon due up. And Stingers have one last shot at the Beavers here in the ninth inning. So here's McPherson, who struck out the first 2 times up and hit a 2-run homer his last go-around. So 7-3 in favor of the Beavers. McPherson to lead things off, and Marty McCleary's pitch is a strike to the inside corner, a fastball knee high, 0-1. Portland with John Nott in left, Freddie Guzman in center, Kerry Robinson in right. Now the 0-1. Swinging and a miss at a fastball down and in, 0-2. Jose Nieves at third, J.J. Fermaniak at short, Bernie Castro at second, and Xavier Nady at first. Marty McCleary pitching, and Yamid Hott catching the 0-2. Swinging a foul back as McPherson got a piece of it to stay alive. No balls, 2 strikes the count. No balls, 2 strikes the count on McPherson. The pitch swung on and foul back. Had one high up into the seats behind home plate. 0-2 the count on McPherson. And his home run earlier is 15th and as a Stinger and his 35th all around this year. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swinging a tap foul. Got an email from Netman concerning RBI versus RBIs. I look at it as an initial and not an acronym. Otherwise, it would be RSBI. No balls, 2 strikes. Just following the letter of the law. The 0-2 pitch, fastball high, 1-2 the count. Size bad when it comes to RBI this year. There have been more again than first. Now the 1-2. Swung on, popped up foul. Backed it out of play. 1-2 the count. 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Stingers 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Salt Lake has left 4 men on base while the Beavers have stranded 8. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McPherson. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the fastball down and in. The speed gun, 95 miles per hour on the heater by McCleary. 1 out. That'll bring up Andres Galarraga, who's retired on a soft liner to first his last time up. McCleary, 6'5", 220 in his 8th year. Originally a 10th round pick of the Red Sox in '97. Out of Mount Vernon Nazarene College in Ohio. 1 out, bases empty, and the first pitch to the Big Cat is in at the knees. A strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball running into the right-hand batter. 93 miles per hour on that one. The count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. McCleary's pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out again, hitting 95. So Galarraga closes out the series here in Portland, going just 1 for 14. 2 outs, and it's up to Brian Gordon now to keep things going. Brian has struck out twice and rolled out to the second baseman Castro. McCleary 1 out away from his 12th save of the year and his 4th against Salt Lake. Of course, when these 2 teams met earlier this year, the former Stinger Bart Mianis was the closer. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. Again, McCleary's been between 93 and 95 miles per hour with each fastball. No balls, 1 strike the count on Gordon as McCleary deals. Fastball fouled back out of play, and the count's 0-2, and the Stingers are down to their last strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Portland trying to finish off the sweep. McCleary ready. The 0-2. Swing and a miss at a fastball over his head, and that ends the ball game. 1, 2, 3, nothing across, all on strikeouts. And the Beavers have swept the series. The Stingers swept for the 5th time this season in a 4-game set. So the Stingers had that shot in the 8th inning, but a great diving catch by Freddie Guzman saved the day for the Beavers. So here are the final once again. It was the Beavers 7 and the Stingers 3. We'll be back with the 10th inning show next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
At Ogden Subaru, there's still time to save big on a 2004 model Subaru. Ogden Subaru is still offering up to $6,000 in discounts and rebates on remaining 04 models. And we've got a good selection. To help introduce our award-winning new 05 models, Ogden Subaru is offering a special 39-month lease with payment of only $269 a month on the new 05 Outback. Payments on the new Legacy sedans are set at $249 per month and only $199 per month on the 05 Impreza RSs. To participate in these huge savings, all we need is your good credit and $3,000 in trade equity for cab reduction and upfront fees. As an extra bonus during this big sale, Ogden Subaru pays your sales tax. These are new 05 Subarus, driven by what's inside. After 23 years in the business, Ogden Subaru is still Northern Utah's #1 Subaru dealer in customer satisfaction. It's because of our low guarantee prices and absolutely unbeatable service. Don't miss these huge summer sell-down savings. Shop at Ogden Subaru.
The game is over, and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of today's game, with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Welcome back to Portland, where the Stingers were defeated today by a final score of 7-3. And again, that wraps up what is the 5th time this season the Stingers have been swept in a 4-game series. Here are the totals in the contest. For Portland, 7 runs on 13 hits, no errors, and they left 8 men on base. For the Stingers, 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and they stranded 4, 3 of them in the 8th inning. The winning pitcher, Justin Germano, now 7-4 on the season. Steve Green suffers his 8th consecutive loss and drops to 5-15 on the year. Marty McCleary gets all 4 batters he retired with a big hand from Freddie Guzman in the 8th to record his 12th save. Time of the game, 2 hours, 20 minutes. The pay today, $4,175. We saw the Stingers jump ahead in the first on Adam Riggs. Career best tying 24th home run of the year, but Stingers offense pretty much shut down the rest of the way as the Beavers scored 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 each in the 5th, 6 and 8. Dallas McPherson did have a 2-run home run in the 7th, but the Beavers prevail and wind up taking the season series 13 out of 16 as they raise their record to 70-53 on the year, while the Stingers drop to 45-77 on the season as they again suffer the loss. They are now in the division 9-29, and they have a record of 20-42 on the road as they've now lost 5 in a row. And for Portland, they have now won 6 consecutive games. And one of the reasons why they won today, well, very simply, that is their anything's possible defensive play of the game. You'll hear it coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a jetted tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water? We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA, and equal opportunity lender.
so. When's the last time you got a bonus? Well, now you can get $2,000 in bonus bucks when you buy a 2003 Honda VTX 1800 motorcycle. Yeah, use your bonus bucks on any accessories, on riding gear, or even a down payment. You can also take advantage of great low financing. So head on down to Stedman's Recreation at 916 North Main in Tooele today for your bonus bucks, and you can cruise the boulevard in style. Bonus bucks offer good through August 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Welcome back to Portland, where the Beavers prevailed by a final score of 7-3, and one of those reasons why came in the 8th inning. It's our Anything's Possible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulos Auto Group. As once again, Freddie Gooseman paid dividends for the Beavers. Stingers trailing by 3. Tying runs are on base. The pitch. Halter swings and drives one up the alley in left center field. Gooseman on the run, dives and makes a spectacular catch. How did he do that? Fully extended, parallel to the ground, gloved the ball, hit the AstroTurf, rolled over, and topped up with a baseball. That is easily our Anything's Possible defensive play of the game, brought to you by the Gus Paulos Auto Group. Indeed it was. And for the best deals on an American Revolution of Chevy cars and trucks, visit Gus Paulos Chevrolet at 35th South and 40th West. The Stingers falling today by a final score of 7-3. Let's check the other scores around baseball, brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. Check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful place. Only one other game in the Pacific Coast League today. It was Omaha rallying with 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th to defeat Colorado Springs 7-3. Home runs by Jed Hansen, his 23rd, and Brandon Berger, his 8th. Dustin Heisman, the winner, 4-2. Mike Bumate, the loser, 1-4. Elsewhere, Oklahoma's at New Orleans. Iowa hosts Albuquerque. Tucson visits Fresno. Sacramento hosts Las Vegas, and Edmonton is at Tacoma. In the major leagues, all of the games are under the lights tonight. It is Oakland at Baltimore. Mark Redmond, the former Buzzman, going for the A's. Toronto at Boston, and former Stinger Mickey Callaway makes his first start after a lengthy stay on the disabled list for Texas tonight when the Rangers host the Cleveland Indians. DC Sabathia will be on the mound for Cleveland. In the National League, Cincinnati is at St. Louis. Arizona hosts Pittsburgh. Atlanta visits San Diego. Florida travels to Los Angeles. And Montreal is at red-hot San Francisco. The Giants have won 4 in a row. And that's a look at what else is scheduled as far as baseball is concerned today and tonight. When we come back, we'll have the highlights from this one after this on ESPN 1230.
If you're looking for some great food, hey, go get fresh and get it hot. Taco Maker has the best food. Hey, go, we know you'll get a lot. Hey!
Discover the fresh taste of the Taco Maker. We fry our own taco shells and tortilla chips daily to make them crispy fresh. Our homemade salsas and sauces are the talk of the town. And our refried beans are made from scratch every morning. We use real ground beef and marinate tasty all-white meat chicken with our own marinade recipe. We're keeping it real with real Monterey cheddar cheeses. Hey, it's time you got a taste of the Taco Maker.
Get it fresh and get it hot. We know you'll get a lot. Hey!
Taco Maker Bean Burrito Babies are back. Mini crisp bean burritos rolled in a corn flour tortilla, and you get 3 in every order for only $1.89. How many Bean Burrito Babies can you eat? 3, 6, 9? Get your hot, crispy Bean Burrito Babies while they last, only at the Taco Maker.
Taco Maker, Taco Maker. Fresh and get it hot. Make fresh.
Baseball is full of colors. The Reds, the White Sox, the big green monster. No sport has more to do with color than baseball. The other place color is key is in cars. If your bumper's scratched, dented, or torn, it takes away from its value. That's where Dent Pro Colors comes along. Dent Pro Colors offers on-site service. They have the latest technology in color matching, and they guarantee their work. So call 877-DENT-PRO. That's 877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro Colors, automotive excellence.
Imaging Concepts of Utah invites you to help grant a child's wish. Sponsor the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Utah through the Cartridges for Kids program. Recycle your empty inkjet, laser, fax, or copier cartridges, or use cell phones with Imaging Concepts of Utah. The Make-A-Wish Foundation receives 100% of the proceeds, and there's no cost to participate. Call Imaging Concepts of Utah at 866-COPY. That's 866-2679 to schedule a pickup for your empty cartridges.
All right, welcome back to Portland, where things did get off to a good start for the Stingers today with one out and nobody on. Adam Riggs was facing starter Justin Germano. There's a pitch driven into center field. Guzman going back, still going back. It's up there, and it is gone. A home run just to the left of the batter's eye in center field for Adam Riggs, who continues to tear up PCL pitching, and it's 1-0 Salt Lake. So 1-0 in favor of the Stingers. That lead lasted until Xavier Nady led off the bottom half of the second inning, facing Steve Green with a count of no balls and 1 strike. Swung on, driven into right field. Halter going back, still going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. An opposite field line drive home run for Xavier Nady into the bullpen and right, and the game is tied at 1-1. Beavers would take the lead later on in the inning when Jose Nieves singled with 1 out, and after 2 outs, J.J. Permaniak delivered a base hit to right field, followed by a single to left by Castro, which scored Nieves to make it a 2-1 ball game in favor of the Beavers. Then in the bottom of the third, with 1 out, John Knott doubled. Xavier Nady walked, putting runners at first and second base, with 1 out for Yamid Had. The 2-0. Fastball, broken bat looper into left center field. It's going to land on the carpet for a base hit. They're going to wave not around. Here comes Gordon throw to the plate, and it's not in time. Cut off by the first baseman, Kotzman. It's an RBI single for Hod, and it's now 3-1 Portland. Later on, Jake Cotreau would single in a run to make it a 4-1 ball game. They would extend it to 5-1 on a leadoff home run by John Knott in the 5th, and then 6-1 on a leadoff home run by Jake Cotreau to right field. So that made it a 6-1 ball game. Stingers closed the gap in the 7th with Casey Konchman's leadoff single, followed by a fly ball to right, and then a 2-run home run by Dallas McPherson. And that made it a 6-3 ball game. We, of course, replayed for you earlier the great diving catch by Guzman with the bases loaded 2 out in the 8th that kept it a 6-3 game. Beavers would add an insurance run in the 8th and an infield single by Kerry Robinson. And the Beavers finish off the series with the sweep by beating the Stingers today by a final score of 7-3. We'll come back with our Stingers Ace Hardware Most Helpful Player of today's game and wrap things up from Portland after this on ESPN 1230.
Last year was an unbelievable ride for fans of Utah football. 10 wins, an outright conference championship, a Liberty Bowl victory, Alex Smith becoming the nation's 15th-ranked quarterback, Ferris Warren setting a new team record for receptions, the Austin defense shutting out BYU, and on and on. But in case you think the Utes are satisfied, Urban Meyer and the team would like you to know one thing. You ain't seen nothing yet. This season, with home games against the likes of Texas A&M, North Carolina, Air Force, Colorado State, and BYU, Rice-Eccles Stadium will be the only place to be. So get your season tickets by calling 581-UTIX. That's 581-UTIX. Then get up here for a new season of Utah football because...
You know, not getting pre-approved for a car loan leaves you absolutely unprotected. The potential for bad bill pain is always going to be there. It's like playing leapfrog with a unicorn.
No!
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minute, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
My car dealership is focused on all the important details of your credit and car purchase. Know this about sales price, and it's not white shoe polish and numbers on the windshield. To figure sales price, take the advance of book value the bank will go according to your credit. Times that by the actual true book value the bank uses. Add your hard-earned down payment. There's your sales price. The car buying experience is very fluid, contradictory, and interconnected. I feel it's time to pipe up on what can or cannot happen.
Wow. Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Welcome back to Portland, where the Beavers were victorious over the Stingers today by a final score of 7-3. It's time now for our Stingers' most helpful player of the game, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful place. Well, Adam Briggs got the Stingers off on the right foot with his home run in the first, giving them a 1-0 lead. And so he is our Stingers' Ace Hardware most helpful player of today's game. Ace, your locally owned Ace Hardware store, the helpful place. So the Beavers finish off the 4-game series sweep of the Stingers, who now limp home and get ready to take on the Edmonton Trappers for the final time in the franchise's history, as that team, of course, relocates to Round Rock, Texas next year and becomes the Express. 4 games, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, all 7 o'clock starts at Franklin Covey Field. Tomorrow night will be right-hander Jason Middlebrook with a record of 6-7 going for the Stingers against right-hander Josh Karp, who has won 4 and lost 9 for Edmonton. And we hope to see you there at the ballpark tomorrow. If not, we'll be on the air at 6:40 with the on-deck circle from Franklin Covey Field. The Trappers have won all 6 meetings between the two teams so far this year. So we hope you'll join us for that tomorrow. Our thanks to Tony Park back in our studios in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for making us a part of your Monday afternoon. Once again, in just 2 hours, 20 minutes in front of a paid attendance of 4,175, the final score. The Portland Beavers 7 and the Salt Lake Stingers 3. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long for Portland.
This has been the 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM.